Well, hello, all you Irish hood. We're all Irish today, by the way. Yeah. Goodwin's going to sing an Irish. What do you sing? Like, what are they called? Irish liloquy?
Irish tenor usually is the guy that sings, but
yeah. Goodwin said that for the right amount of money tonight, he will sing an Irish opera song for us.
It will, but unfortunately, I'll be doing it as a bartender with Tourette's.
Wait a minute. Can you imagine if Irish opera was actually a thing?
Exactly. I just invented it, Gord.
Oh my god.
Oh, my potato.
I drunk again and beat
In
my
the winter
wife.
comes a cold.
Anyway, welcome everyone. Yeah. Oh, the dog's barking too. See, she's singing.
Wolfgang.
Oh, must have heard my singing.
Yeah, she's singing. Yeah. So anyway, yes, we are here. St. Patty's Day. We are doing what everybody's doing on YouTube. Apparently, it's the same movie everywhere. It's Boondock Saints, 1999 movie. A lot of split opinions. I wouldn't say split opinions. There's pretty much one opinion about this movie, except for Blue Collar. He actually whacks it to this movie every St. Patrick's Day.
He's not wrong.
We have a great panel for you. White Bear, unfortunately, has the Tennessee AIDS, so he won't be with us, unfortunately. But we love him anyway. He's with us in hillbilly spirit. Yes, even the dog misses him. See,
it's worth noting that Tennessee is the volunteer state, which means that his AIDS came consensually.
It was voluntary. Yeah,
very true. Vex, being a brown person, is late, but she will be here soon. But we do have some special guests. We have Mrs. Sassy Sasquatch is back. See?
Sorry, I'm trying to control your dog. I, for one, thank you, sir, for inviting me back last minute. Hey,
Yes.
shut it.
yeah, Gord, we've had enough of your shit.
Yeah,
Shut
up, Gord.
Right.
Sorry. I'm really excited. Oh my god.
I will say I enjoyed this movie, and I didn't mind being on the panel because I did enjoy it. And I'd like to say real quick, Gord, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Our anniversary is on Wednesday, and we've survived 21 long years of marital bliss.
Damn.
Well, you're very welcome. Love you guys. Happy anniversary.
Thank you, Gord. You're a beautiful man. Yeah, she gave me the eye AIDS for Christmas. That was her gift.
Aw.
That was like
Caring does mean sharing.
That is true. And don't forget Blue Collar Loser with a $5.
Oh, yes, I'm so
Blue,
sorry.
you beautiful man. I'm only here because I had to pay Cannoli to be here. That's facts. If I had to take my clothes off for someone, I'm glad it's him. At least Goodwin will hold me. Always.
Very true.
He also had to blow into a breathalyzer just to show up live.
That is true.
I'm afraid you're too sober to be here, sir.
You know what? Since Blue Collar's wearing that wonderful hat today, I'm going to guess this for you, buddy.
They, them, energy. They, them, energy.
Maybe Gord should get one of the gay
slap.
clips. I don't know. Let him pick. Maybe
That shit slap. Yeah, Gord,
That is some serious Irish.
Oh,
that's some Irish opera right there.
we could play the retard clip and just take the hit.
No.
you want,
You don't take the hit.
I don't care. I just erase it later.
I don't have the clips in front. I don't know all of your all's clips off the top of my head. I just go.
Yeah, we'll do this one.
Just-
We'll do this one. I'll do this one. I'll do this one.
Chorizo.
Beautiful. Love it.
That is absolutely my favorite. You're all beautiful people. We do appreciate you and love you all. Of course. Thank you guys for the super chats. Yeah, so we'll go around. So Sassy and I watched this movie. Okay, so when we were supposed to do this in January, ironically, that was the first time we saw this movie. I don't know why it took me so long, but
I
it
really
was.
liked it.
Yeah, so we watched it then. But Blue Collar, when's the first time you actually saw this movie? Was it?
It would have been, you're old enough back in the days of this thing called VHS, Boys and Girls.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I remember that. And it's funny, Cannoli, when you start making the YouTube channel, this one filmed since 1999. Everyone I know in my inner circle loved this movie. And now, like, we're all reviewing things. You go back in certain films, you're trying to be objective and review it. Yes, we'll get into it. It's probably not the best film, but Goodwin has told me, and I love his elderly words of wisdom, that sometimes you love not the best films, but I love this fucking movie. Is it the best? Fuck no. Is it entertaining as hell? Yes. And I don't know anybody that dislikes this film. I think it's a cult classic.
Yeah, I would say so. It's definitely a movie that's talked about a lot. Again, I always knew about it, just never saw it.
Yeah.
But Goodwin, since I forced you on the stream tonight,
Yeah.
what about you? When's the first time you saw this movie?
I mean, it probably would have been 99 or 2000 on like HBO or Cinemax or something like that. And I remember seeing it and I was like, oh, okay. And then it just kind of fell off of my brain because it always felt like the Guy Ritchie we have at home.
Right.
And it was kind of interesting, but it's just, there's certain things that it lacks that make it stick. But I mean, there's some hilarious damn scenes, and it's funny, but it's very much like that late 90s feel to it, and and there were a ton of movies that all kind of had this similar vibe, and so it just kind of got away. So I hadn't watched it since then, and then wife and I watched it again today, and I mean, we were first of all, I was like, oh my God, that was Norman Reedus. I'd forgotten he was even in this. And then Willem Dafoe, I had forgotten how hilarious he is. But I think a lot of it is contrast. Willem Dafoe is not going to be able to play this character in any movie made in like the last 10 years. And that's true for a lot of what's going on within it. But I think it's an entertaining movie. I understand why it's a cult classic. Kind of like the way that I hold They Live special in my heart, because I was like the only motherfucker that saw it and then would be like telling people about it. I think a lot of people that missed this, the first time out, the reason it got popular and became a cult movie is because of word of mouth.
Yeah. And that was pre-internet, so word of mouth meant something back then.
Yeah.
Sure did. Here, let's do this real quick. Let's bring up this lovely movie, shall we? Scrub through it.
Wow.
So just in case you didn't know, it's in Boston.
I get nothing? Wow. I'm just irrelevant here.
I completely ignored you, Gord, on purpose.
How could you forget the pumpkin thing?
Hold on. I said I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to ask Gord. Go ahead, Gord.
He totally forgot you. He just shit.
I completely fucking went. I went retardism there, buddy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I think he saw the dog. It was like,
I was like, this dog.
Yeah.
He got confused.
I'll tell you guys, I couldn't afford Jameson because it's New York prices are shitty, but I got Patty's, so it's Patty's Irish whiskey.
There you go.
So instead of
we need.
Yeah.
Thanks for the racism.
Yeah,
we need to have our drinks. Our drinks for us. Whoa! Oh, Blue Car, he did bring Coke. See, that's all.
You told me.
According to the joke, that's all you need.
Yes.
Like I love Jameson, but I'm not paying $50 for Jameson when his Patty's is $20. Like, our prices.
$50 for Jameson?
I'm not. That's why I got Patty's for $20.
That's why you're mixing it anyway. Who the hell cares?
Exactly.
Gord, you said you had. I know you had watched this movie in the past, but was this like the first rewatch in a while for you?
This was the first rewatch period for me.
Oh, really? Okay, my bad. I thought.
Okay. Let me take that back. Okay, today was my second rewatch. My first rewatch was a couple of days ago, where I was kind of just listening to the dialogue and whatnot. Which, by the way, dialogue is very much the strength of this movie. I saw this, I think, probably about 5 or 6 years ago for the first time.
Okay.
It's very enjoyable. I agree with Goodwin. It's very much a product of the '90s. It's it's like Vex brought up. She read somebody say this was kind of one of those Tarantino clones, and I was like, in certain respects, yes. I think it's got a bit of Desperado to it as well.
Yeah,
but good call.
I mean, I don't necessarily think that's always necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if you're gonna copycat the filmmaker, copycat good ones, and do it relatively well, this does a decent amount. Well, I do think that as I put it in the chat, the fluffery for this movie is kind of insane at this point. If you're somebody who frequents critic lists like I do, and I love the app, but holy crap, people are losing their minds thinking this is like one of the best movies ever made or something. I'm like, y'all really need to calm down. It's fine. I like it, but this is one of those movies where there's a lot more style than there is substance.
May I ask a quick question?
Sure.
No.
How many of you on the panel needed subtitles for this movie?
Oh, God.
The accent. I've watched subtitles. We watch subtitles with everything anyway. I'm getting old.
But I'm just wondering if subtitles were as necessary for everyone else as they were for me. Yes.
No.
Okay. No?
I remember my dad said the first film I ever got in subtitles was Snatch. Because go ahead and
even the subtitles give up in Snatch.
The subtitles just put up a question mark.
Yeah,
We
it's just
can't-
like
yeah,
makes
we can't keep
noises.
up.
Okay. Word-like sounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it's like literally somebody made an argument again because they didn't like my review of it. I didn't rate it a 10. So their argument was coincidence is the theme of this movie. And I was like,
okay.
oh gosh, this is what's happening. We're losing our standards. We're
Yep.
losing them all together.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, a lot of them never had standards to begin with.
That is true.
That's very true.
I mean, I think if you go through the reviews, the 10 out of 10s all have kind of a Boston accent to it for some reason. It's
of a certain descent of loves potatoes. Just saying. Yeah. So, sorry, Gord. I didn't mean to skip you. Yeah.
No. That was more or less it. It was like I said. I think the movie's fine. It's enjoyable. It's just, I do get why this is a cult classic. It has some unique style elements to it that do make it stand out in various respects. But this is more of a, this to me it's like this. The perfect parallel for me is I love Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I don't think it's necessarily a very good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if people were honest, they would say probably the same thing about this.
Yeah.
It's that kind of movie.
Yeah, I understand that. Just in case you didn't know, this was in South Boston during St. Patrick's Day. Just they wanted you to really.
Hint.
Just saying. Yeah, and then this beginning part of the church.
Yeah,
where-
that is a weird subheading because they literally will tell this to us in the film. Why do they actually need that little subtitle? Just Boston, and it's like, hey, they're celebrating St. Patrick's Day. It's like, no, we gotta make sure they know from the outset the importance of St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty. Yeah,
Let's be honest, a lot of people in Boston aren't that smart. They need this subtext.
They do need this.
Yeah. Oh, I feel seen.
Exactly. Look how young
Yeah,
they
so
look, dude.
I love this where you see the two main characters praying and they have their those aren't rosary beads. That's an actual cross. Those are crosses they're wearing, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get I like how they walk up to the pew, get on the thing, and this guy's like, "What? Who are?" And the guy whispers something, and he's like, "Oh," like I didn't get this. So do they know who they are? Everybody knows who they are. Right?
Yeah, all the community does. Because remember, they do the interview with the community people, and they're like,
yeah.
They
You're
all
right.
think they're saints.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this. I actually think if this is correct, I'm like, because I was a little confused by that too, because I would say this editing kind of a huge problem in this movie.
Yes,
it's sometimes good, but when it's not, it's really bad. I think this would have to have taken place a year after this all kind of started.
Okay.
Because the events of the film kind of start on a St. Patrick's Day. So I was like, if they all know who they are, this has to be like a year later.
Speaking of editing, hey Vex.
Are there any blacks or spics here?
not yet.
There is now. I've got a wish.
No, there are not, Bex. So
I can enjoy this Coke then. That's why.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
Yeah. I do it too. The narration with Billy Connolly's voice as he's saying the prayer to them, and it's just all monologue.
So Vex, when was the first time you saw this movie?
I saw this when I was way too young, maybe around like 12.
Oh yeah,
That's fine.
And then I just I remember liking it a lot. Didn't rewatch it, then rewatched it last night / this morning for this, and I asked myself why have I not rewatched this sooner? This movie is amazing.
There you go.
Is that sarcasm?
No, she liked it.
Okay,
No,
good.
I
Because
liked
I liked it too. Okay, me too. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
no. It's just it's just it doesn't try too hard to be anything. It knows what it is. It's just going for fun chaos. Like
I agree.
And every minute is thrilling or entertaining. So
did you need subtitles, Vex?
No.
Oh, you guys all suck. I must be really retarded.
To be fair, you are deaf. So
Yes, true.
That's
Right.
true. That is true. Okay, you're right.
I could only understand this because my husband is half Irish, half Italian.
Now
Perfect
I'm
combo.
a quarter Irish, and I didn't have a prayer.
So you got every fourth word then.
Yes, I did. I did.
Yeah, so I'm not sure Gord's theory holds up so well because the priest is talking about Kiddo Genovese and the fact that nobody did anything.
Yeah,
that, and then they bring that up in extra scenes as it goes through. Which means
I was trying to be nice to the movie. I was trying to be nice because if it isn't, then this scene's kind of a problem, isn't it? Why do they know who they are?
Shut up, Gord.
Well, but everybody knows who they are anyway, right? I mean, it's been
a long time.
Well, because they already demonstrate they're fluent in multiple languages, and it's clear that they are not inconsequential in dealing with people that show the red ass in their local neighborhoods and stuff, right? Yeah. But the bigger thing is again that everybody, like when the Willem Dafoe sends the cops everywhere, and he was like, I mean, all the neighbors say that these guys are saints.
Yep.
Like the tattoos are during their neck.
Of the Boondocks?
Ooh.
Oh my
God!
I see what you did there.
All right, show's over. Good night, guys.
Yep.
We figured out the movie.
Yeah, I like
That's
this part. I believe the Monsignor's finally got the because Monsignor's talking about like good people not doing anything to stop evil, basically, and then they got these two guys. Yeah, so yeah, and then it goes into like some weird music montage, and then they show these like scenes of them working at a meat packing place and just slapping their meat together. See, he slaps them with his meat. Wow. Yeah,
it's cool though. The whole bagpipes intro.
Yeah,
this entire intro made me. I think maybe this primed me a little bit too much. My bias might be showing, but it was really nice to see a guy clock a woman in the face for being dumb.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
I won't lie. It's like I kind of feel like this scene is relatively useless, but it's really entertaining. Just
it's
for
very
that.
satisfying.
So I'm like,
yes.
I wouldn't cut it. I was like, I wouldn't cut it out because it's dang funny.
Yeah.
Can I just say too that Butch on the left there? Now the Butch on the right was in Glee and played the didn't know if I was a man or a woman. Coach on Glee. Yeah.
Shocking!
I know.
Thanks,
Thank
Ryan
you.
Murphy, you piece of shit.
That's why I'm here, people.
So it's like the whole message that beating women's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
That's not the whole message.
Well, they're Irish. They beat up
Definitely a
everybody.
part, thankfully.
Well, again, is the one brother's like, I don't know about a thumb. That's pretty worse. How about like a wrist? That's what you need. Yeah. She throws a punch and then nope.
Yeah, I love it.
Also showcasing the difference between men and women. Like
yes.
Sorry,
Although
say
Bob
no,
Marley-
it really is, ma'am.
Yeah. This is a nice place they live too. It's really
What's kind of funny though is this director, he directs this cult classic, and all he's really done since is Boondock Saints 2, and I think he worked on a show called Luminous. That's it. As far as directing, that's it. It's like okay.
Yeah.
I would actually think he would
either?
actually. I would have thought he would have been given money to do more projects if he wanted. I guess because
according to Lance, this guy's had a lot of problems. I guess he.
Damn.
Yeah. Gord's black. First of all,
we all have issues, don't we?
This guy Della Rocca. This guy was the second funniest character.
Fucking Rocco.
Rocco was the second. I like the Iacovetti. It's just like so on the nose. Della Rocco. What a name for a gangster.
I know, but the Iacovetti family was like, I don't recall the Italians being in the Balkans, but okay.
Yes, me too. I said the same thing. I was like, that doesn't sound the Veta part, yes, but not the
Yaka.
I'm like, no, but whatever. We go with it. But that is very
honestly, package boy sounds like something you get called in a prison when you're when you got a huge bunkmate who you have to hold his pocket.
This is very Boston, though. There's a lot of Italians and Irish.
Grab my pocket, package boy.
Yeah. By the way, I love this fucking bartender.
Yes.
Yes.
That's my spirit animal.
Yeah.
Tourette's bartender.
Yeah, Tourette's bartender is the only bartender I'll go to now.
He's basically like, the Russians are going to take over and whatever. He's like, there's nothing I could do about it. And they're trying. Yeah, it's just, and then he has these like
he has the best proverbs of anybody that.
He basically mixes two proverbs. I think if we were to ask him what the theme of the movie is, he'd say, you baked your biscuit, now sleep in it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm watching now Cannoli with the tabs. He's like, I have to close down the bar.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a titty bar? What?
But see, this is okay. So remember we were talking about Gord today. but really no villain. There's no real clear villain in the movie. They have a lot of bad guys.
Well, there's a clear villain. It's
No,
just
there is, but
it's kind of my biggest problem with the movie is none of the villains are characters.
I thought the
all.
Russian people were going to be.
Yeah, it's like you get this little bit of a setup. Okay, you got the Russian mob. It's like the villains are more entities than
By
they
the
are
way,
actual characters, and it
Goodwin-
kind of is disappointing.
Doesn't he look like Bull Hurley from what is that movie with Stallone where he's the arm wrestling?
Over the top.
Over the top. That looks like the guy he fucking wrestles at the end of the movie. Arm wrestling.
Well, the guy on the left, his eyes can't decide which direction they're going to point.
Look at this specific.
The one on the right hasn't gotten the memo that the 70s are over, and then this one in the middle, I was like, I don't know what happened to your head, but it needs to not happen anymore.
I've got acronyms and stuff, good one, but the bartender, he's like, you know what they say? People in glass houses sink ships.
That's right.
I'm like,
I'm
what?
gonna buy you a proverb book. Yeah, Rocco. Yeah, Rocco.
I love the one with the rest of the bar are like repeating his shitty proverbs or whatever.
A penny.
Yeah, it's interesting because we're kind of getting the best strength of the movie and the biggest weakness of the movie all at once here. Because I do think the strength of the movie is I think the dialogue's pretty dang good, particularly whenever Willem Dafoe is on this. I mean, he's easily not even close the best thing about this movie.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, you have these villains throughout the movie are just nothing. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just plot devices or props essentially.
Yeah, so you get to the next scene and you got like the guy with the bandage around his ass. I think the guy was a bandage, and you're just like, what the fuck? And then Defoe comes in and he's having a blast with this. He is just, oh god, he is so good.
If you take him out of this movie, it's like a 2 or a 3 out of 10.
It just turns to shit.
Agree. He's the whole movie.
I like that. I like how this guy thinks he's smart, and he's like, "Oh, this guy fell on this guy and crushed the Defoe's just standing there."
It's like a giant guy had to be huge. He's like stomping. So we've got like this serial giant stomper, or but the hilarious thing, the other detectives are looking at him like, "Really?
Right.
Okay, all right, yeah."
You're a fucking idiot. Oh god, yeah.
He sprays breath mints and goes.
Yeah, he does the Banaka to chest. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like one of those little touches that I was like, I find that annoying because I was like, I don't feel like the movie is trying too hard to lean into absurd comedy, and I'm like, that's pretty absurd that you're doing that. It's
so that
kind of bugged me a little bit.
So we got a huge guy theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God Willem Dafoe shows up when he does, because I was a little worried on the rewatch. I was like, is this bad? And then he shows up and he starts talking. I'm like, oh, okay, good. Willem Dafoe's here, and everything's a lot better now that he's here.
Yeah.
By the way, did anyone pick up on the platform shoes that? There we go. There's the
Yeah,
platform shoes
Yep. Big fuckers, man.
Is he on the shorter side?
Oh, he's a wee little man.
Wee little man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a small dude. Look at those. Look at the heels on those things. Holy shit.
Now, just quick question. Spoiler alert. He plays a fag in this movie. Would this movie have been as funny if he didn't?
I know I'm taking a hiatus. I want to come back at some point. God.
Oh, I'm here to trash your show so I can be the household name for you too.
Well, he definitely doesn't play a fairy, as we see.
Later on.
It's a real problem with those.
No, I'm wondering though if it would have been as funny if he wasn't as flamboyant with this classical music and everything. I think that made his whole character.
Well, I mean, you can do the classical music stuff and not make him gay. It's the
right.
It just keeps ramping up, especially when he dresses up as a woman.
Oh my god!
And then he's like, essentially, he was letting himself go a little too far with the sex thing. And
honestly, I think the classical music bit, number one, I think they kind of stole that from The Professional and Gary Oldman's character. But
yes,
I actually think it's the aspect of his character I would have no problem if they got rid of, because I don't think it really informs much in his character other than, okay, he likes classical music, which granted, I can appreciate that. I love classical music, but they really
and you
don't.
too are gay. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. That is news to me. Yeah, it's one of those things where I was like, not a whole lot comes from him in the classical music stuff. I was like, I think the rest of his character is what makes him.
True.
So you said cafe latte, twisted lemon. Who the fuck's drinking lemon with a latte?
I was
Right?
wondering that too.
that's
I figured
weird.
just like because the classical music doesn't really go anywhere, but it's just like all of
No.
these characters that we're introduced to have some sort of like weird quirk or vice. So I
Yes.
figure it's not meant to represent anything other than kind of like add more to the chaos of everything else that's going on. That's how I saw it.
God, look, he has a Discman. Fuck, I feel old.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like to me, it's like
Christ.
what's so great about Dafoe is his dialogue, his demeanor, and his intelligence. That's what makes him a great character. It's like the
Yeah.
classical music thing. I was like, okay, it's fine, but
quirky, yeah.
nothing really
No.
nothing really comes from that. I was like, all right.
Well, I think part of it is that it's almost an affectation of his, right? That it's the I'm tuning out these morons, right, and do my woo woo thing or whatever, right? But the great you can't discount there was a firefight and then him with the music going and the dancing and all that. That is genius, and you got to set that up with this one.
Putting his gun in the air, shooting it all. I was like, oh god,
Yes.
so good.
That probably should be clipped for the
Yes,
That was
yes.
a firefight.
It's so good. Yeah, so this is where he puts everything together, like literally within like a few minutes, and just goes, "Hey, go up to the," because he finds the water, why the water was coming down, and like all this shit. And it's just the caliber of bullet and what tests he did to find out what's going on. It's so funny. So
I
good.
enjoy his sarcasm too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nobody
He knows.
did.
I mean, he walks in. He knows he's the smartest man in the room.
He's
He's kind of doing a bit of a Sherlock Holmes bit at times where he gives like other officers a chance to contribute. Granted, it's sometimes like once he knows that they're dumb, he's like, okay, if you don't get something right, then you're here to be an idiot, and I'm going to make fun of you. But
Yeah,
at the same
to
time,
be fair, smartest man in the room with these guys is not a compliment.
No.
That's
he's Shamrock Holmes.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
Real quick, thank you,
Gooch.
thank you, Gooch.
Thank you,
Great.
good.
Beautiful. You guys are just so
Just
generous.
ruin the stream now.
You guys are so generous. Thank you, Gooch. You're a beautiful
Give me
man.
something good.
I can't find what I want. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is for you and me, buddy.
Well, I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
That's the best fucking. Oh, I love Joe Pesci. He's so good. Is this where he tells him to go get a bagel?
Yes.
He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, go get, yeah. It's so goddamn funny. Yeah.
Well, you told him before. He was like, you may end up having to get me a bagel, and then,
And then he does.
he has this other shitty idea. It was like,
I'm not getting
give me an onion bagel.
Oh shit. Yeah. So they walk into where they're staying, and he sees all the chaos, and
we just dismantles this whole scene, man, for these guys. They're all
Yeah.
like,
I like how they're in a Catholic hospital, like blood all over them. Just like, what the fuck, dude? Tourette's bartender comes in.
But see, I like little touches like this is kind of why it does bug me that like villains in this don't get much characterization, because the director does seem to know how to, show character qualities and whatnot without being too overt, like showing them, kind of trying to make the kid happy and stuff. Shows, okay, these are guys with a bit of a heart to them and stuff like that. And we get other little examples here and there. And obviously Dafoe is a very well established character. It's just like, gosh, it's like I like that you spent this time with the good guys, but you haven't done any of that with the bad guys, because I want to get on board with their cause more than just, well, criminals are bad, right? So there you go.
Yeah.
That's really all the motivation here. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the theme of the movie is that there is no one big bad that if you get him, then you're done, right?
Yeah.
It's that all crime, at least violent crime, is the problem, and so they just keep wailing on people that are doing the wrong things.
Yep. Yeah, this is where. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, Blue. No, go ahead. Blue.
No, detective guy. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. These guys are miles away from now. Put out EPB. We're not gonna find them.
Yeah, like they're walking in.
I like this part where they think they're angel. He's flapping his little hands. So gay. I love it.
Yeah, we should put a potato on a string and just drag it around. Maybe they get it. Yeah, beer would work better.
Willem Dafoe's character is legit. Like he would be like the modern based gay guy who
100%.
like he would be mad that people were getting canceled for like calling people the F slur. He'd be like, really?
And to my knowledge too, like him being gay is never mentioned once in the film.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, it's showed obviously.
Well, I'm
but,
saying, but that's
Yeah, I mean,
There's-
there are
I mean,
others
like-
that again, the fag man is the one that jumps out. He's like, the what? The bag man.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Like,
Oh,
there's- I
That
know
was
there's
then
like
versus
one
nowadays.
of the other detectives gives the other one a look right when they meet him. Like this guy, like he's giving him a look that you kind of know. It's like, oh, he's like, is this guy gay? And then you see him again. He's like, he's gay, isn't he? It's like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, I like how the other cops like, yeah, they're not just gonna show up. They're long gone. They just walk in. He's like,
He tells him onion bagel now.
onion bagel. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah. And the guy doesn't even argue. He just walks him like,
I know. Oh god,
Great
Yeah.
scene between these guys.
And this part was good. I did like this part where they're kind of going through like all the languages they speak, and he's just like, "Oh man, that's beautiful." He's speaking French, Latin,
It's almost like
Italian.
Goodman said, because Defoe's walking in, right? And so far, everyone around him is a fucking moron.
Yeah,
He's impressed by how actually intelligent these two are.
yeah. He even says like, "Why are you guys working at a meat pack? Like a
Exactly.
plant? What
Yeah.
you know?" And I do. What do you guys think about the flashbacks to when they talk about what happened and then show you not long after? Do you
I
like
love
that?
I think they do. I think it's pretty cool. I think. I mean, I think the editing at times hurts it, but the concept itself, I think, is because I think actually you could argue that Defoe's character really is the main character of the movie, and it's meant to be that we're seeing this thing through his eyes, so he's kind of piecing things together.
Yeah.
But so I like the idea a lot, and I think for the most part it's executed well. There's aspects of it where I'm like the editing really hamstrings it a bit.
Great in concept and poor in execution at times.
Yeah. So they show the fight that happens, and then they're hitting people over with wine bottles. Yeah, they go over the head. And
Rocco here. Rocco.
Dude, Rocco. Oh god, yeah. And I like how they set this guy up. They just light his ass. And they show you why he was wearing the bandage around his ass because they fucking burned him. Oh god,
The guys just decked Rocco right in the face.
Mm-hmm. But of course, they get found out where they are, and the Russians come in, and they, so they take his brother away, and he's like, oh, so yeah, the pulling of the toilet off the thing, and finding them. Like, I don't know what you guys think. I think good when you were saying like it's very 90s stylized 90s with the soundtrack in the background and that kind of synth music shit. I don't know. It was a pretty cool scene, though. I mean, at least they showed you what happened. So you didn't have
Also, to me, like if you look at where they're living at, not the best. This isn't the best like a building they're living in either.
Yeah, this is pretty funny.
Yeah. This most of this part I'm mostly because I do appreciate that they're kind of establishing that the action style is going to be very over the top. So it's not meant. It's like I don't mind that when action is meant to be implausible, that it's a heightened sense of reality. That's all more or less fine. And it's a fun. I mean, it's a fun scene. Like them, and it's an inventive idea. Him ripping the toilet up from the ground, and then he drops it on his head, and he falls on the other guy. Yeah, it's kind of like a Batman move. And I was like, that's fun.
Yeah. That looks like it fucking hurts.
Dude, he just fucking launches it too.
Yeah, he jumps on the other guy. It's like, oh, fuck. Yeah, but then it plays out and shows you exactly what Willem Dafoe saw. So it just shows you how smart he really is. But they have there's a bag of money. They grab it, and that's pretty much. So yeah, the flashbacks are cool, and they actually figure out that Willem Dafoe is pretty smart here. Like he's actually really good at what he does. So they're not gonna. Yeah.
They're doing a little bit of banter back and forth. But see, I'll be honest. One thing that does kind of irk me about the movie is I think it would make a little bit more sense overall if they were already kind of in their own minds kind of building up towards this, where I think the whole waking up and thinking we're supposed to be vigilantes thing is really dumb. I don't like that at all. It's just out of nowhere. It's like, okay, that's the motivation. I actually think it would make a lot more sense if this is something they've already kind of been doing anyway. Maybe they haven't gone the full mile of killing someone, but maybe they've got a reputation. That's why people see them at the church and they kind of like, ooh, these guys, they do stuff around the neighborhood. That's why they call them angels. And they communicate back and forth. I think that's something that they should have done a little bit more, have this kind of, interplay between each other. When they didn't want other people to know what they were saying, they would talk in these other language. I think it would be more interesting if this was just something we were already watching them in the midst of. I don't think we necessarily need they wake up and both had the same dream. I was like, I feel like that's a little corny.
Listen, anything's possible with the Lord, Gord.
Yeah, they believe. I mean, this is like Guy Ritchie doing the Blues Brothers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't necessarily mind that they believe that that's why they're doing what they're doing. It just I feel like it actually is kind of a mistake to show that happen. I think it would be like, I mean, granted, maybe you could do it in a flashback and you do this kind of heightened sense of reality like they've done in other scenes where you show something that seems a little bit more dramatic than they both just woke up and are repeating the same thing. I think if we're catching them in the midst of doing it already, it's like it's a little easier to buy into. Because I was like, just that scene, I was like, oh, okay, that's the whole thing. That's the whole reason. They just woke up one day and thought, you know what? I think we're supposed to be vigilantes.
Well, I mean, so they do have the family prayer that they've known from. And if you actually listen to the words of the family prayer, there's some pretty clear ideas about what you should and should not do. It's just that they then have the dream about being anointed, and so here we go.
Yep.
One piece of dialogue was going back in that because he's like, hey, the news outside of press. He goes, well, we have an extra holding cell. The way Dafoe was like, well, it's okay with me if your friends sleep over.
Yeah. The way he says it too, so flamboyant and everything,
so flirtatious.
Yeah. And then Rocco sneaks into with the clothes for them, and Dafoe kind of catches him off the corner of his eye. But he's like, whatever. He has nothing to it, but that comes into play later.
Here it comes.
Cannoli face.
Whoa. I have no comeback for that. That was good. Yeah, so this is where they have their epiphany, right? Their dream that they have to go out and be vigilantes now. Fight evil with good.
The Lord works mysterious ways.
He does. He does. Yeah, so this is where they're coming. Yeah, they're like, the guys are getting coffee for them.
They're fucking celebrities right now.
Yeah, everybody loves them.
It's kind of funny contextually to understand. It's like they're getting them all this coffee. They're being nice when they're like, we're about to cause some problems for these guys.
Yeah. Oh no, the pager went off. Here, let me just call real quick. And, oh shit.
Yeah, it's like we probably should be nice to these guys because they're going to be investigating us pretty soon.
Yeah, and then didn't they get? So how did? So they got a page from one of the guys. I know, dude. Dismins and Page. I feel so old watching the show, man. Yeah, so they called the number, and the guy gives them like this place they're going to be in, this hotel in this presidential suite, and they, of course, they write everything down and take it because now they're vigilantes, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I appreciate that little bit of cause and effect that there's actual reason behind how they know this, and I'm like, okay, that's why it's like when that guy said the theme is coincidence, I'm like, that's not a coincidence that they happened upon us. They were literally in an encounter.
It's like they took all of their shit to include their guns.
Yeah, it's like there's some cause and effect here. It's like that's not coincidence.
It's no coincidence that Ron Jeremy is in this.
God. White Bear with 1 gifted membership. Yes, we'll have a code. You're a beautiful man, White Bear. You know what? You get the clip because I know you love it so much. So, here, enjoy.
I'm retarded?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, it's so bad.
Hey, Cannoli.
Oh, look, I gifted myself 5.
No, wait. I wanted to tell you something real quick, stupid. Listen.
Whoa, God.
I was going on your page to look around, and I went to view gifted memberships, and you had 5 to give, and every once in a while, your channel, you can give free gifted memberships. So I hit it for you.
Do I give myself? I got to give myself a clip now. Like what the fuck?
Oh yeah, you could. If you,
we already did. We just did it.
Yeah,
you did.
You have to self-flagellate.
We'll do this one. We'll do this one. I'll give myself.
Oh, you have 5 more to give. We could, left this month. We could give some more next week.
Yeah, we'll do that next week.
Nick Cage. You can't go wrong with Nick Cage.
No, dude, I love Face Off. Talk about a movie. Yeah, just talk about one of those movies. It's so ridiculous, but it's so good. I love. So this is Giuseppe. Like, could they get more obvious fucking names?
I think it's so funny that this actor who's playing the crime boss here he almost always is playing somebody with a different accent than a previous thing. Like he played a much more British individual in 24 one season. He was
you're right.
He was like a scientist in a few episodes of Breaking Bad. He worked for the cartels in Mexico. Then he's in this, and he's playing an Italian. It's like this guy plays a lot of different ethnicities.
He does,
which is always like he's actually a really good actor. And I'm like, that's kind of was like when I saw him, I was like, oh, cool. I can't wait to see what he does with this. And it's like, oh, he likes jokes.
I would say AKA Papa Joe.
Yeah,
like these names.
A funny man. I got a tip to it through the two. Oh yeah, he's basically like, I hate this shit.
Again, now I want to point out this: everybody that thinks that this bullshit that we're going now with these special snowflake motherfuckers, this is not new. We had to deal with this shit in the '90s with political correctness, and that's what Papa Joe was bitching about. Man, in the old days, I just threatened to kill somebody, but now I got to be careful with their feelings and sensitive and all that shit.
The '90s are killing me.
Yeah,
it cracks. The joke itself here is one of the best in the movie. But what's equally funny is he starts by saying "black man," and they correct him. With the N-word. Like, no, say the N-word.
Oh no! Yeah, that's what I meant. It's whatever.
Go ahead, Bex.
Was on the floor. The kid was on the floor when she was sitting on her phone, and we were watching this. And when
it took her by surprise.
Yep.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I think Vex stood up and clapped.
I did.
She might have did a certain sign too, like a signal. Elon Musk.
I'd drink a Coke every day if the world were like this.
Should I do the clean version, the YouTube appropriate version of this joke? It's not a hard joke to tell, really.
Yeah,
go ahead. You have a white man.
A Caucasian, I believe, is the correct answer.
Someone has to egg you on. Hold on, Gordon. Tell me a joke.
Tell me a joke.
I'm very depressed today. Tell me a joke.
That's supposed to be an accent?
Shut up. I can't go Italian, okay?
Leave her alone.
Just do a stereotypical gangster Italian, then. I'd rather have that.
You have a Mexican. You have an African American. You have a white man. And the three of them come across a genie lamp, and one of them, and the genie pops out, and the next, and he says, "What's your all's wishes?" And the Mexican says, "I want all of my people to be in Mexico and to be happy." And he says, "Okay, your wish is granted." And then he asks the black man. And the black man says, "I want all of my people to be in Africa."
Say the word. Say the word.
Say
the word.
I still don't know what the fuck that is. Say the word.
The fact that Ron Jeremy was such a successful porn star is disgusting.
The human hedgehog has one particular reason.
He's got he's success. Look, I'll have a Coke.
Yeah. And then when the white guy is asked, he goes, "Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that all of the blacks and all of the Mexicans are out of America?" And the genie's like, "Well, yeah." He's like, "I guess I'll have a Coke then."
Yeah, hold up your Coke, blue collar. There you go. Who's got it?
It's funny. He never says the word Mexican. He says the other word starting with an S and with the C.
C, yeah.
Yep.
It's Hicks with an S at the beginning.
Yeah,
that's true. I like how he's like, "Tell me another one," and the guy's like, "Huh?"
Another one. I only know one joke.
Well, he looks at his sandwich only has meat. There's nothing but.
I know. I like how he shows him. He's like, "What is this?"
Yeah, he's bitching about everything. He's already having a bad day. He's looking like, "They fucked up my fucking sandwich." What did Jana make this fucking sandwich? Where the hell is the mayo?
It's those small details. People like they skim over.
Yeah. There you go. While the wicked stand confounded colony with the saints surrounded. Yeah, this is where they go get their ammo from some weird.
This is like an old school John Wick scene.
Yeah, the fact that they know where this guy is, again, it's like it really just kind of seems like it would make more sense if they were already kind of doing some this. Kind of it. Like again, maybe
Gord, I don't know if you noticed, they're Irish.
That's true. But it's also Boston.
Yeah. The source of most of the arms that went to the IRA in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, God. Haven't you watched Black Mass with Johnny Depp?
Yes,
I
good
have
movie.
watched Black Mass.
Yeah, they talk about all that.
Not very black. Now that I think about it.
No, a lot of mass, but no black. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this where he tells? This is where he wants the rope. He's like, "What the
Yes.
fuck do you need rope?"
Why wouldn't you need rope?
Yeah, this isn't a movie.
Ask Samwise.
I like this. Yeah. Okay, Rambo. He pulls out the knife. Okay, Rambo.
All right, you can have your stupid rope.
Comes in very handy later on.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know. Yeah, so they go into the presidential suite in the hotel, and they're just having a conversation. Again, he's like, "Oh, dude, this fucking scene."
This is when I was like, "All right, we are in it to win
Great.
it now.
Like
Let's
how he
go."
keeps slapping his head, like, "Get the fuck off me!"
Yeah.
We basically get
What are
the
you
best.
doing? I just wanted to cuddle.
Yeah.
Cuddle.
What a pig.
What a baguette.
What a bundle of sticks.
Dare you?
I had to play it. What a
Oh, you guys don't say the F word on this channel? We say it on Sundays. What's the matter with you?
We have standards on this one.
I wonder
Okay.
why.
They only,
enough.
they only let you
So the
say
F
it
word.
before you hit 1,000 subscribers. Once you hit 1,000, they're like, you're not allowed to say
I
that.
got you. Okay, fair enough.
They start paying attention then. It sucks.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh God.
Oh, but I was watching Leon's last season. Leon's at 7K. He said the F word like 200 times.
Yeah, it depends.
It was Leon too.
Well, I mean, because they probably go, "Well, he is one." So,
Exactly.
Yeah. They're like, he has the card. Yeah. It's fine.
yeah, like it's okay. We don't know what he is.
Yeah. He's clearly of the they-them persuasion to
minute.
begin with.
Could we play that clip? Because it is a gay guy saying it, so that's technically supposed to be
Technically,
allowed.
I got a clip.
That is allowed.
Yeah.
I can say it. I'm drunk enough to be gay.
We have
So
plenty of gay clips.
Oh, this is the part where he says the fag man.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love this. He's like, "Oh, I guess Fraud was right."
Yeah, I guess Freud was right on that one.
And he looks at him, and the other cops are like, "Oh shit!"
Look
Yeah,
at his-
it's like,
the Defoe's eyes are like,
Oh, dude.
What's funny is then when you actually see the guy that they're talking about, like actually alive, it's like he does
Yep.
act and look kind of fruity. I was like, maybe he's right.
But yeah,
he
he's
does
like,
this,
Look at that haircut.
when he does
Yeah.
this jig. Oh my god!
makes me want.
yeah, it makes me want to do the river dance.
Oh god, this is so,
It's
damn
so
fun.
fucking over the top.
Everybody's dead and blood everywhere, and he's river dancing on a fucking. Oh no, they talk about the pennies on the eyes and
Yeah.
all the symbology. He goes,
Yeah, I know.
symbology.
That goes back to the earlier scene.
You mean symbolism?
You mean symbolism?
symbolism?
I've said symbology on camera at least 200 times. I'm not even lying, and I wasn't even drunk.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. So he gives him the
He
background.
relishes that word symbolism too. I
Oh,
was like,
dude.
I kind of love that. He just symbolism.
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 Oh god. Oh god, yeah. So they go through their whole theory about what happened. And they're like, this idiot. So what happened here? They shot him at a down.
Oh, they shot it. Yeah, the one guy's already said they shot him at a downward angle. So, and then
And he's like, anybody who wants, like, what is it? Everybody who wants, like, anything, he's going to go to the food or drink.
He's already
Go get
prepping his order ahead of time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. Anybody else want anything?
What about one guy and two guns? And he explains why that wouldn't happen. It's good. It's good.
Yep.
Oh god! And then they go back to show the flashback here, and like how they get into the shaft. Oh, they get into the shaft.
Oh, hey.
Whoa.
I'm going to be honest though, it does bug me a little bit that Defoe's character, who's very intelligent, doesn't at least have suspicions that it's these two guys kind of from the outset. It's like, okay, I know that they didn't kill those other guys, but I'm like, a lot of these things kind of do fit them, and he just met them, and I was like, I kind of feel like
Talking
you probably
about the
should at
whole
least
neighborhood
maybe-
said they're angels. That's fine.
Like, you're in Boston, Gord. Calm down.
Yeah, if you can't trust people from Boston, who can
Yeah.
you trust?
Boston.
Boston.
Fuck! I like how they're fighting.
Fox.
Yeah,
Fox.
this is one of the things where I'm looking at my wife and I was like, it would sound like a thunderstorm in there
You're right.
because those ducks are just bang, 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 as they move around, and the metal is flexing, and it would sound like a radio play thunderstorm.
Oh, thanks, big ship. You beautiful specimen.
Drop the
You got the biggest ships. The ships is so big.
Thank you, buddy. Here, you know what? This is for you, buddy.
But I'm serious. These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass.
Oh,
What's
I
the
forgot we had that.
symbolism in that?
this is gonna be that kind of party.
I'm gonna spit up once a stream.
No, Vex has only got to talk in an Italian accent now. The rest of the stream.
I'm still waiting for it to start.
Just do your Dracula accent. That's the best one.
It's the only one. What do you mean?
Look at this.
Oh my goodness gracious! It must be a gabagool.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
That's the best Dracula I've ever heard.
I am wanting to suck your blood.
I'm going to whack you now.
My name is being Dracula.
Oh God, yeah. So the rope comes into play here. They fall out of the fucking vent.
I'm sorry, but this is I like the scene where they drop down and just start shooting.
Well,
the shit
I
out
will
of
say
people.
though, this scene is good, but they're swinging from the rope, accurately shooting these people. Yet at the when they find their when they're shooting back at their
Honey, once again, like
Come
Gord
on.
said, this whole movie is full of convenience.
they literally shoot 8,000 bullets at each other close range, and nobody.
Honey,
gets hit.
it's the same thing with the outside scene, like you had said. They're
That's what I
shooting
said.
9,000 bullets and nobody gets hit. I
That's
know.
my point.
Cannoli, down a mission from God.
It's true. It's true. They're protected.
Oh my God, this is funny. Nosferatu if he worked in a call center.
Take heed what you do. Press one.
Did you press it on or off?
Yes. If you wish to be undead, press 1.
Would you like to buy some Apple Care?
Have you tried rebooting your soul?
May I take over your computer?
How can only know? When was the last time you were upside down with a friend of yours and you were twirling around on a rope?
Well, we were doing something. It wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, once in the 80s, but I didn't enjoy it.
It was shooting something else. It wasn't a gun.
And I needed money.
Yeah, I was young and needed the money. Shut up.
Back in the dark times.
Well, you always bring it back up.
Oh, it's so fucking funny. God. Yeah,
What,
they're doing their.
yeah.
William Dafoe start. What?
There you go. Vampire impressions on point.
Oh yeah.
We do what we can. Yeah, I like how William Dafoe's like you see him slowly start to lose it here little by little. Like
You sweat too.
yeah, he's sweating. He's going into these theories.
Oh, this ain't nothing yet.
No, I know.
No.
Oh God, this is so funny. Yeah. Oh, this is where Rocco knocks on the door, right? Oh no, they find the money and then Rocco knocks on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
so
fucking
They
with
fucked with
His
Rocco.
fucking name is Jafar.
That's
That's pretty good.
believable.
Oh, they're like,
Man, that really ties in with this story about the magic, the genie that gives three
yeah.
wishes. Oh shit!
Very good point.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that.
It's a callback.
I
I'll
love
say it's like
this.
for like whatever it's worth, the two of them at least they have ritual when before they execute him, they actually do say his last rites. I mean, it's still it's,
Yeah. Well, you know, they're polite assassins.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they do their prayer.
doing God's work.
Let us. I like how it's a fucking 6-shooter. There's 8. Like what did they say? There's like 9 people.
9 guys. Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Oh, that was so goddamn funny. Papa Joe said there was only 2 in and out. Yeah. Papa Joe
Fuck
set
Papa
you up.
Joe.
Cool bass. Where'd you get him?
Oh yeah. Oh, this is so good.
I do it too in the black and white as they're putting the coins on the guys. They do go like this, and just so they have. You know,
What the fucking fuck?
You need to go back so we get his fucking answer to that because it's hilarious.
Oh, God. See, that's what I mean. Him and Dafoe were the whole movie, man.
Really demonstrates the diversity of the word.
Yeah, the diversity of the word, doesn't it?
Oh shit. Oh, this is where he comes up with the theory, like it might be an international gang war or something.
Mm-hmm.
like the way the folks say, he's like, this is the kind of shit you see on bad television.
That's the thing. He realizes, oh my god, these guys have just seen this shit on TV. They're not actually competent.
It's like, you think this is a fucking James Bond?
Sally McBride. Of course, she's Irish.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Fucking Boston. Jesus Christ.
In Copley Square, where the people giving this town live.
Wayland, both safest.
Oh,
$4.99.
Jesus.
Anyone here know about when O&A claimed on the radio the Boston mayor Mumbles Manine? Yes, I do. Was dead after being run over by a bus of.
Yes, we loved O&A. We were big fans of that.
I do
show.
remember that. They got kicked off the radio for a while.
And
What
Opie
is
became
that?
the biggest whining pussy for
They
that.
were like a not a competitor, but they were like a on the same network as Howard Stern at the
They
time.
were competitors.
And Opie and Anthony like a million times funnier.
Oh, I love Opie and Anthony.
Well, they were syndicated as well.
Waylon, I'm going to give you this because this is what I hope that does when I see her. So.
How did you know?
I expect to see. That's the. I don't listen. No hugs. I want to dance.
I've been practicing.
It's good. I do it.
I'm watching the dialogue. I love it there. Defoe's like, in case I missed something, is what we're seeing right here is the beginnings of an international mob war. He's getting it all wrong. It's just these two idiots. Listen, I'm missing something.
And then they go back to Rocco's house, and they kind of explain to Rocco what they're doing and why they're doing it and who they're going after. And
they're superheroes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I call Rocco.
And honestly, what's kind of sad though is that assumption. You could do something with that where maybe the two mobs, like you could start doing some character work with them, or where they start to suspect that are we being attacked by the other mob and whatnot? Because I mean, maybe they start to suspect the same thing, and you know that's part of what their actions do. Is maybe they start creating chaos with other criminals. Like that'd be a cool thing to explore. Just saying.
No, instead they decide that Rocco is actually the guy that's killing everybody somehow.
We still call him Jafar.
Jafar, yeah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, Jafar.
No, I mean, this is like Lone Ranger big.
Listen, the first time I saw the part with the cat, I was like, holy shit. Poor Bex had to see that.
Fuck that, it was hilarious.
That was so good.
I laughed out loud.
It was so good.
It was so random, that's why.
It was so good.
But honestly, the best thing about that is when you watch the scenes after, they've just put this picture over.
Yeah, they just have a picture of it's like there I fixed it.
It's doing no work to cover it up. It's just there's a picture hanging.
And they are definitely setting it up because every time they go to Rocco, there's that fucking cat. And they'll like get a face, you know, like look at the cat. The cat does not give a shit about anybody. It's just sitting there or whatever. And then bang, there it is all over the wall.
That is the funny. Oh, I laugh every time I see the scene. I laugh.
Dialogue. Rocco's
So you could argue this is also kind of something they semi-lifted from Pulp Fiction, where shoots Marvin in the face. It's done kind of a similar kind of accident.
I like this. Is it
the
dead?
Is
it dead?
Other than the comedy, it's like nothing. I can't because I wondered when they first introduced him into the mix if him being a criminal and him being not on the same moral level as them was going to present a problem for them. Like I kind of thought like he was going to be sort of, you know, potentially their downfall. It's like they don't do a ton with him really. He's just kind of there. I mean, granted, I appreciate the fact that he can point them to certain bad people and whatnot, but I thought they were going to do a little bit more with him.
Well, I mean,
I
does
like the character, but
he does step over the line. In the confessional, for example. Where,
he does.
They've already made it clear, right? It's like here's what's going on. Yeah, but I mean, Rocco is too stupid to actually do anything worth a damn, right? You know,
I do it before he killed the cat. Rock was just they're getting drunk. Is you guys? You should be in every fucking city. You should be doing this every single.
We need to franchise this shit. Yeah, I mean, this is again, this is like Lone Ranger serious.
Like I kind of thought the cat thing, funny as it was like going to be some kind of bad omen that carried like, and you like maybe things got worse and worse or something. But I was like, no, not really. It just happens.
I don't know what world you live in where killing a cat is a bad omen.
Yeah, I like how he like. So yeah, he says like that. That's his girlfriend's or whoever girlfriend's cat, and
I don't know if is it his girlfriend or his favorite whore.
Yeah, it could be it.
That's true.
She's on drugs anyway. She won't. I like this though, when they're trying to tell him like, listen, man, your boss tried to set you up.
9 men, 6 bullets.
Yeah, like come on, and he won't buy it. He's just like, nah, no way. Like I'm one of the guys, and
sure you are.
As much as you're not exactly
Don Corleone.
That's pretty funny.
No, I'm better. I was willing to meet you in the middle and say that I was Don Corleone.
Oh God. Yeah. He just loses his shit. He's like, no. You know. He's like, you dumb fucking whoop.
He kind of reminds me of like the Irish guy in Red Dead. He's not similar personality, but his look is very similar. Like if you were going to adapt Red Dead, if he looked anything like this, still it's like, oh, he'd be perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God. Yeah, then Rocco calls the house. He calls his own house and they answer. And he's like, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side. You're like, what the fuck? Oh God, and the horrible here, kitty. Oh shit. Oh, this is good. The Rocco, dude, this scene, he comes in just frantic. Like, I've got
now Rocco does have priorities.
Yes.
Oh my God, we got to get out of here. I need to pack my fucking albums.
His albums, an iron.
You got to have an iron.
Which granted, the iron plays into a later part. I guess.
Yeah. The album's not so much. That's that was
There's the
disappointing.
picture in the background with the fucking cat.
Oh gosh, that's great.
just the smeared blood, and here's a small picture of the cat.
It's like if somebody like shot you in the stomach with a shotgun and you just put a Band-Aid on.
Exactly. It's like there I picture.
Oh God, it's so good. Oh fuck. Yeah, we got a new recruit. I killed your cat, you druggy bitch. And he's like, what happened? And this, oh God, shut your mouth, you fat. He's just
he's basically daring her. It's like I'll shoot myself if you
shut
can.
Your fat ass, Raby. I can't even go buy a pack of cigarettes without running into 12 guys. You fucked.
I felt the way that closer to our relationship.
Yeah.
Oh God. I swear to God, dude, that is so goddamn funny. Yeah. So I mean, he knows he got. This is again. They show you the flashback where he realizes he's been double crossed. And
I heard this before. If you could tell me that fucking cat's name.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna shoot myself.
What color was it?
Yeah.
I don't see race.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is where basically they're like, yeah, you did your part. We're basically telling him he was set up just to kind of, this part, he basically just kills everybody. He's like, you think that's real fucking funny, huh?
It is a little bit funny to me that he does the cross-arm shot incorrectly in one scene, and the fact that they let him get away with that shot, like, I mean, I know it's a little closer, but it's like, that's not, you can easily mess that one up. I just thought that was a little funny.
Yeah, I agree.
He's funny.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, and he tells him what happened.
He only got 6 shots, though. He's still pulling the trigger.
So basically, yeah, this is where he tells him, like, listen, man, I know all these fucking bad people. I can tell you where they are. And then they're like, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. Kind of.
Like, honestly, like him doing that, for example, made me think, yeah, they're definitely going this direction where he's going to kind of be their downfall because he's taking. He's being he's too much of a loose cannon and doing this stuff. I mean, like, even like Willem Dafoe, like, it would actually make sense if Dafoe's character is like, even if he believes in what they're doing to an extent, he's like, but they need to get rid of that other dude because he's a problem. He doesn't really fit this mold well.
Yeah,
but they don't explore. There's some things they could have explored in this movie to make it have a little bit more depth and interest and still keep the tone intact.
Yeah, I mean, Dafoe does recognize that Rocco, even from a distance. Okay, well, this guy's an idiot, but these other two, they seem to be
really
good. Have an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, I love
it's weird that they acknowledge it, but they never go any further. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I like when he puts the mask on and they start laughing because it's like all fucking cut wrong.
He keeps adjusting it, and it's even worse.
He's like, yeah, fuck, they can because this is a place he knows where these gangsters go to basically. It's like a peep. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, it's
peep show.
Peep show.
What? I can't remember. What do they say? Why they kill the other two guys other than they're just at a strip club?
They're low level hoodlums.
That's all you need. That's what other
it's an opportunity kill.
There you go. She's got it.
But Chenzo's his name too.
Yeah, this fucking guy. Oh God.
Oh God, he's doing that too.
A liver last. Yeah, so they're talking about their theory, getting shot, and then he goes through and just like that's so appropriate for him in this movie, holding that thing, laying like that. Fact.
Hang on, careful going forward. There's
they're boobies.
Yeah, there are breastises.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me see. Ooh.
I think you got past them. I think
I was lucky last week. Remember, everything was covered.
That was hilarious.
Every
kept scrolling to just the right part where it was obscured.
There's only 2 frames, so these are covered. Why do you keep hitting them?
Oh shit!
Yeah, Willem Dafoe's breaking down like the whole how this works. Like these guys don't understand how it works.
Well, I do love the thing where he's going to repent for touching the breasts.
Oh God, yeah.
I'll leave her a big tip.
I'll leave her a tip.
Oh shit!
That angle in which they shoot that too just made it like infinitely better.
100%.
Yeah, it literally just has her boobs in frame, like these two round hills in a landscape painting, and he's just like must grab.
Yeah, must touch, and then they don't move, and you're like, oh, I see. Those are mostly silicone.
Kennedy style assassination bullet theory here.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like, and it is a cool little detail that it's like you got this guy shot with all the same gun, this guy shot with a separate gun, but there's 2 bullets from each other's guns in the walls. What's up with that? And I'm like, there's something interesting there. And then he theorizes like, oh, he crosses arms like we got a cowboy here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why the crossover? Yeah.
That's why.
Then
Defoe gets Defoe gets some stuff wrong. He's sure it's like, how many times he's getting like 90% of details right, but he's not getting it all 100% right.
Right.
Yeah. And he gets frustrated. Yeah. Then he finds out about the coffee shoot, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't tell you because it was a random, it was a different gun, different caliber, not really." And he's like, "Fuck it." The day, what does he say? The day I want the Boston police. Oh no, that was
I'll have a tag on my toe.
yeah. Oh God, so good. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, so fucking funny.
It's got to be frustrating dealing with that level. What?
Look at her.
Oh God. You got to teach me that prayer. He's like, it's more of a family prayer.
Yeah, it's a family thing.
He's like, no, you got to teach me.
It's a family thing. Devin doesn't play later on to the movie.
No, that's definitely not something. Hi, Sally. How you
I
doing?
almost think the new scenes are just they don't need them at all. I don't feel like they need these new scenes whatsoever. Other than maybe you could argue the last one, like at the credits,
at the end,
kind of effective, but I'm like, I don't feel like any of these new scenes are necessary.
So it does at least like it starts out with here we're reporting a thing. Right, this one is like the public outcry to have these crime stops has not been heard. Because there isn't any. Nobody gives a shit about these people, right? They're actually happy. So the news scenes at least like start to show that the people in the city, they're all for this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I guess, but I feel like they kind of accomplished that with the ending by itself. Yeah. And plus, you could argue that goes against the ending a little bit because they kind of go 50-50 at the end, where some are against it, some for it. And I'm like, well, if it's 50-50, there would be an outcry.
Yeah, like how he loses his mind here. He's like, God damn it, I fucking hate cold cases, cold crime scenes. He's like, I'm leaving, I'm done. Because he just can't put it together. It's so funny.
Looking on,
it's like, call me when the next one happens.
Almost the girl was saying for the new scenes, I'm timing it. They're only 15-second scenes, which at least that's good. They're not dragging it out.
Yeah. Augustus. So this guy apparently was a fucking I love that Augustus DeStefano. At least it's a better name than fucking Iacovetta.
Yeah, Iacovetta. But he is part of the Iacovetta family.
He's the underboss who works in the bathroom.
Yeah, former underboss who's now toilet attendant.
Oh God, I need El Duce.
I loved it. Holy Christ, this is so pre John Wick.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, this guy's such a threat that he's locked up. They had to put him in a cage.
Yeah, they're going Silence of the Lambs on his ass. And
you've only used him 3 times in the past 25 years. He's a fucking monster.
This is where they think that Rocco's right, Gordon. You were saying this is where he thinks that Rocco's causing all this, and yeah, he's gonna take down the whole family. And all that.
He's like, listen, kid, you don't understand what you're dealing with here. You understand what this guy is?
Yeah.
He's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
And they start to give him a little bit of character here. It's just they don't do anything with it. So I'm like, okay, and then I kind of feel like I almost feel like you have to omit it a little bit because I'm like, nothing really comes of it. So
I like this where he tells him where he is, and he's like, "Oh, we have ways around this."
The amount of security this guy has is legendary. There's like 20 cars, always shotguns.
He's in a fucking bird cage.
Yeah, and then they give him parole.
I like how he had a thing for killing mafia
wise guys. Yeah,
wise guys.
Well, like on top of he's all chained up, right? And they have him on a sled, and they're pulling him. Like they said, there's 20 cars around one guy.
Oh shit! Yeah, so they claim they're gonna go to their next victim that Rocco knows, and
I do want to shout out Steve Kosoboom. Buckaroo Banzai is a masterpiece.
Duh. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what does he say? This guy kills wife, kids, and then he orders a fucking pizza.
Like he's ordering a fucking pizza.
And honestly, though, I feel like this scene kind of highlights the problem that we're told about this guy, and It's not like they're only semi displaying it where I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying that this is the worst day of your life. This seems like nothing to me because you're not really showing me much that's all that bad. It's like he's just going around in a room, shooting
people.
Like, okay, you're telling me stuff, but it's hard for me to get behind it. And there's nothing. It doesn't seem like the kill's all that meaningful. It's just like,
I do enjoy the fact that the killer, when he calls to report, uses the poltergeist line. This house is clean.
This
house is clean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting to our favorite part.
That's
here,
cool.
so.
Yeah, as they're walking into the garage, the Defoe's walking out. It's like he's playing at the same time as they're doing it. It's cool. So
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, when he's walking with him and
he's watching it happen. Yeah,
again,
cool.
I mean, there's a lot of good shots in this. It's the editing that's shit, for the most part.
Yeah, they take the.
Oh gosh, I didn't even point this out. There's this really weird edit after they kill the cat. Like they cut from them killing the cat to them just randomly like sleeping on the floor the next day. It's like 3 seconds long, and then they cut away from it. I'm like, what was the point of that? It's such a weird.
Yeah, it's
edit.
like letting them know. Okay, so time has passed because Rocco has gone the fuck out. You know, they wake up because they're all drunk and they're hungover, and then they go out and they have their conversation with Rocco and all that shit or whatever. But it was like, this is just an editing problem. They shot the right.
That's the worst part of the movie right there, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is blue collar's worst nightmare.
God, the alcohol abuse is rampant.
He had this guy on the phone. They shoot the phone and then they shoot him. It's like
I love the phone. He's over top, like as they're shooting, he's with them. He's like this.
Yeah, and in sync with the action shooter. Yeah.
He gets on his fucking knees.
That's what I said. I mean, a lot of these scenes are really shot well. They're blocked well, and all that. It's just the editing is bad.
Yeah.
Solid choreography. I mean, it's there's a lot of good elements to the action.
I like how they tell him, like, Rocco, you got to do this yourself. Like, we're not going to help you kill this guy. Do it yourself. Earn it. All this shit.
Yeah, that's one.
Then he tosses him the fucking
gives him a cue ball.
Yeah.
Something went wrong. Went right.
I do love the fact though the guy's sitting on the shitter. The bullet comes in and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna pull my pants up, get this towel bar out."
So this is that scene. Yeah, okay, Goodwin. If you're saying they're protected by God,
holy shit,
I give it up. But like they're shooting, they can shoot people on a rope, swinging and circling around, but they can't fucking hit this guy. And they literally, how many rounds go off here?
Yeah, I don't know, multiple reload. I mean, he goes, Connolly goes through all six of his guns. Now there is a hilarious bit of that with the Dafoe envisioning, the multiple shooters.
Yeah.
And then the dumb detective was like, "What if it was one guy with 6 guns?"
Got lucky.
Like, what are you talking about?
I can remember the best. My favorite line is film where Dafoe he gets so serious. He's like, right here, it was fucking Armageddon.
Here it is. It was a fire.
Yeah, we haven't got to. It was a fire, but but this is very much Dafoe channeling his platoon scenes.
Oh my God, it's so good.
You understand when you shoot a bullet upright, eventually the bullet's gonna come down.
Gotta come down, yeah.
I'll tell you what, like seeing that, I was like, I feel like I have to take a point off of Nosferatu for him not saying anything like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was a vampire bite.
I hate Ken. There's some poor kid walking by on a bicycle. And
well done. That was really good and quick.
Yeah.
And it rhymed.
Thank you. Oh God, yeah. This is where the Rocco's thumb gets shot, or his finger gets shot off. Actually, they do get hit. One of the guys gets hit. Well, they actually all get hit.
They all get hit. Yeah.
The last still again. Look right there.
Yeah, look at his.
Yeah, here's the one where it's like one guy with 6 guns. Why don't you let me do the thinking, huh, Jimmy?
His shirt's all disheveled, his tie, his hair's all fucked up.
Yes, he's just been going like absolutely insane.
And I love this where they can't get a clean print because they use ammonia. It's like it's ammonia.
Yeah, and again, it's a smart bit with the Saints where they're like, oh, the blood, and they start spraying down all that shit while they're trying to get Rocco to get his ass the hell out of the bushes. And
God, who the fuck are these guys? He's losing his mind. He's like,
I forgot again too. As Billy Connolly shooting Defoe's in back, he's like this the whole time. It's so
yeah, he's conducting.
Oh God, William Dafoe, man! I swear to God, so good.
They're all just like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck just happened?"
They're watching this FBI agent do this shit like.
Why did he get all sweaty all of a sudden?
Yeah. Why is he? I like this where they're burning. There's cauterizing all their fucking.
Yeah, they put the iron on the stove.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, that looks like it hurts.
I mean, you can't go to the hospital, right?
That's true. Oh, putting that on the finger. Like, I know that everything else is bad, but putting it on like an open wound on your finger and putting a hot iron. Oh God.
But it's funny how like only he grabs the finger. He doesn't tell anybody neither.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, and this is where they watch the news, and this is with the FBI agent again, right? They tell Rocco, this guy's really smart. Like, we can't.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, well, then we need to get rid of him. It's like, no, he's a good man.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at these computers back then with the fucking scanners.
Shut up.
I remember this shit. We used to have one. It never worked. I fucking think it was a piece of shit.
There is part of me that does wonder if they should have recognized the MO of their father. I was
They
like,
don't
wow,
know
this
their
one-
father, though.
Did they not know him at all? Did they say that? I didn't recall.
No, because they talk about they were raised by their mother, that she's the one that made them learn all the
Okay,
languages
that's
and all
fine
that
then.
shit.
Yeah, and also
I did. Yeah, I remember them bringing up their mother. I just didn't remember if they actually.
Yeah,
said
no,
anything
it's
about not
when
knowing
he
their father.
starts reciting the prayer that they realize.
By the way, I never noticed the guy holding up his ponytail.
Yeah, his ponytail. Yeah.
Shut the
no, and also like what Gold was saying, like the one line was like he's like this guy's been locked up for 25 years, and how old is this guy? These guys maybe what 25, 26. You would assume that he's been gone their entire lives.
Yeah.
So it's why I was asking. So I was like, I felt like they might have covered it. I just didn't. I don't remember. But okay, that makes sense then. That's
I love
fine.
this
Plus,
part here.
and to their credit, also the scene between the brothers and the father, the shootout, it starts really fast. And there's enough going on that obscures their vision. Like, they've got the coats and their part of their faces are obscured. There's a lot of smoke everywhere. So I'm like, I didn't have a huge problem with that. I was like, but if they know their father, would they recognize his MO? But if they were raised by their mother, I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like this where what does he tell them? Come on, give me the drink fairy or
He's like, shut up, Perry. Because he's like, you've had quite enough. And I just went, shut up, Perry.
Yeah, he's getting sloshed right now.
I can smell you from here.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh God. This is so good. Oh yeah, they go to church in the morning. Yeah, we got to. He comes stumbling out.
I've been there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Just before the stream, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Blue Collar just came out of a confessional to make it on the stream.
Oh yeah. So Rocco follows him.
Of course, Rocco's like this. He's missing a finger.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so good. He grabs the priest and he's like, yeah. And I love how this guy is like, he grabs his hair and he's pulling his
I like the fact that look at Defoe's guy's head against the knee. He's like,
he's still snoring away. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's not a confessional.
Yeah. Do your thing, Father. Don't fuck this up. He's got his and Defoe basically goes through his whole morality thing. Like, I actually believe in what they're doing, but I'm supposed to uphold the law, and the whole getting God's permission thing. And he's like, I felt that too, and I don't know.
He doesn't believe in God, but he's essentially concerned with. I mean, he understands the morality. Where it's like, yes, bad men should be
100%.
punished and dealt with. It's the ethics of the thing, right? The actions that you do, and so he's just talking into this.
And honestly, I honestly don't. This is a scene where I feel like if you had characterized the villains better, I feel like the scene would be earned a little bit more. Him kind of coming around to being on their side. I don't feel like this is earned much at all. That he's just all of a sudden on board. It's like, okay, we can understand in principle why you might start to side with vigilantes because bad people are dying at their hands. But at the same time, it's like he says, you're supposed to uphold the law. And we haven't really seen him have any conflict in his morality on the matter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I kind of feel like this is unearned.
Yeah, I mean, he talks about like the fact that he has like jackets on all of those people in the big shootout or whatever, and this could be a international mob where he talks about the Russians coming in and all of that. But he could have. I mean, you could have shown like his frustration a little more, but I think he would have struggled to do that while also keeping the comedic tone.
Yeah, plus he says too, and this is something some law enforcement guys deal with. He's like the law has miles of red tape and loopholes. These guys are constantly going free.
Right.
That's why he's like, I kind of
but it's exposition, and I'm like, show us a little something, you know. I would even say improve your exposition. Like maybe be specific about these guys you got sheets on. Like this guy does this to kids. This guy has done this to women.
Yeah, or
like,
we've had 8 cases against these guys. They always got free, right?
I
got a little stiffy when I came in and saw them all dead, and I was like, yeah, they finally got this
give us
shit.
a little something that's hinting towards this. Maybe I kind of like these guys a little bit. You know?
Or at least like the results, right?
Good point.
Right.
Plus, he has two. Well, the two Irish guys are pretty cool. The Italian guys are moron.
He's a moron.
That
guy's an idiot. Yeah, this is the him talking to the assassins here, basically saying like what he's gonna do to next, and Papa Joe's gonna get it, man. Papa Joe's gonna get it tonight. Then they're gonna go to New York after this.
I love it. It feels like it's still there, but it's not.
The
With his finger.
Look at his face here. What the fuck? The Duke's a fucking Houdini. Oh, this is where he's talking to this guy, Augustus, again. Yeah. I like how he's throwing urinal cakes, but he was an underboss. I love it.
Well, not only that, but the man is awfully accurate with those urinal cakes.
Yeah,
man.
he knows what he's doing.
The man's a ninja of the bathroom.
They'll probably say, like, this Rocco kid is smart. He's not.
No. Yeah, so they actually
kind of want to see Ninja Star urinal cakes now. That'd be kind of awesome.
That's right.
I mean, we had them in the 80s, but then they were outlawed.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll do a casting of that on another stream.
Yep.
We'll just do
Upcoming Cannoli's the best line in the whole movie. We'll get to there.
Ninja bathroom attendant. Dun dun dun.
Fucking Giuseppe. Yeah,
Did they even really show how they got caught?
No.
They're caught, and I was like,
they just caught.
They're caught. Okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
They were trying to sneak. I mean, I know they say it's like they were trying to sneak, and I was like, really? You're really not going to show that, huh? All right.
Yeah, all you know is that they're like, okay, we're going to go hit him, and then Willem Dafoe gets the information that Papa Joe has all of his guys there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they got busted.
Yeah, they shoot Rocco's hand, and yeah, I like this guy's like, you're gonna be fine, Rock. Look at me, you're gonna be. It's like,
well, well, the first one's just flesh wound.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so they go through it all, and they're like, this guy's too fucking stupid, and like, there's only one thing to do. They fucking shoot. Oh god,
poor Rock. We such
Rocco.
Yeah,
Rock,
moron.
Yo, Rock. Don't stop, guys.
Yo, Adrian.
Yo, Rocco. Oh.
It's over, Rock.
There is no tomorrow.
Oh god.
You know what's bad is probably the first quote-unquote Rocky dialogue I ever learned was not from any of the Rocky movies. It was from that Brisk Iced Tea commercial where they had the claymation.
Oh my god!
Oh, it was Brisk.
Oh, that's Brisk, baby.
God, I used to love those.
Everything is over.
Nothing is over. Just give me something to drink.
Oh god!
Great commercial. It was a really good commercial.
I missed those. Yeah, when they actually used imagination for commercials.
Yeah,
it was actually Stallone's voice too.
Yeah. I like this guy. He's like, the what the fuck is the guy's name again? The Duce. Yeah, he's like, he's coming here. He's like, I'm gonna go away. You feel?
Yeah, I got a thing. You guys hold the thing down.
I got. This.
You shouldn't be worried about him. He only murders wise guys for fun.
Oh god!
Here comes the
I
best
love
scene.
I would like to have seen more of his character, but I do love the idea of Billy Connolly playing this hardcore.
Oh yeah,
give no F's assassin. Because I mean, he's totally not like he's
in the
pretty
movie.
Funny guy. It's like he's a pretty funny guy, honestly.
Yeah, he is.
Give me a drink for this shit.
Yeah, I'm here is entertainment. It's like, oh my god.
The best line is like he always sends us Primo box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like it's like Cannoli, you Italians really got to raise your standards.
You got by God's standards.
I mean,
Jesus.
My God.
I mean, no offense,
never drink alcohol again.
No offense to Sassy, but some Italian women, especially from Italy, they
even I'm not that fucking drunk.
I mean, to be fair, I'm looking at this man. He is not exactly pulling in the prime.
Yeah.
But also,
no, definitely not.
he tells his buddy afterwards, it's been a month.
Yeah.
Look, if it's been a month, standards have dropped through the fucking basement by that time.
I love this look. He's like, hey, I'm gonna go get me some box.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, the kissing.
I give the full credit for kissing the man. Like, wow, he went there.
Yeah, he went all.
I'm not giving credit for that. I'm taking a point.
Gord's like, I can't watch this.
He's getting into character.
Blasphemy.
I don't want you getting into that character.
Oh, baby, come to my. Oh, this is so disturbing. You're a dirty girl.
The wig falling off is freaking hilarious.
His face. Oh God! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him!
I mean, again, it's not like the wig hit his face. What the hell? I mean, you got to be Ron Jeremy to deal with that kind of mouth. My God, Willem Dafoe's mouth is way too large for his head.
How this guy hasn't played the Joker yet is this beyond me.
It's our generation. There's just a multi-universe that happened.
Oh, I like how it's like too far. Too far.
Yeah, okay, all right.
And he just goes around.
Was he referring to killing him or the drag?
No, it was the sexy time.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. So this is where they. Go ahead. Sorry, Blue. Go ahead.
No, it's funny. Remember, he knocked out Defoe because he thought Defoe was a woman. That's why.
Yeah. So that Billy Connolly walks in while they're doing their prayer, and he's like, "Oh,
look at that cigar, man! Damn,
I know."
The man's cigar.
From what I hear, they had to put that in his mouth because he was smiling so much doing this. And they were like, "We got to keep him from smiling so much," so they had to.
You had to put a cigar in there so he would grit his teeth. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he starts repeating back the. And then they just 3 months later, you're like, oh, now the cops are working with them because now it's a whole thing.
It's like Batman.
Yeah, exactly. Vigilantes. Yeah, this is the trial.
Boon Man.
Giuseppe Iacovetti. Fuck. I like how they surpass the metal detectors. They just throw it over.
Yeah.
What kind of?
So you think that's a bit of a design oversight?
What the fuck? We were at the Genovese with the butcher.
I'll say this: I hate the reporter dialogue in this. It's so on the nose for justifying why. I'm like, we don't need you to tell us why. It's like, we get it. He's gonna get away with it. Thank you. And they just pour it on heavier. I was like,
oh
yeah,
yeah.
Please be quiet.
He's the next John Gotti. He's like, he doesn't. It's like, oh my God.
I did love the fact that Iacovetti's mother was up there blowing him kisses. That was very touching.
Italian mamas, man, they don't care what their boys do. Murderer, mafia, nothing. So they show up basically. They basically like they're giving this speech to the whole crowd about why they're there, what they're doing, and what they're going to be doing in the future. It's pretty interesting. If you see it, basically, like if you see us three coming behind you, you're gonna fucking die.
I like the little monologue here. I like that they kind of establish that there are lines that you are not. It's like some of you all indulge in stuff that we don't agree with anyway. But it's like, look, there are lines here.
Yeah, so you lesser fills, as long as you stay on your side of the line, it's fine.
That would be a messy. Those guns and that shotgun up close like that, his head would be just
gone.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a closed casket.
Yeah. They all run out after they shoot him. Oh God, that's so funny. And then it just it goes to this, and he gives a question. It's not. What does he say? It's not how far you're willing to go. It's like, what does he say?
Whether you have whether you have the Constitution to take it all the way. And I was like, we're going to steal the Constitution.
Yeah, it's whether you have the to go as far as is needed.
We're going to steal the Declaration of Independence. Sorry. This is where the news broadcasts come in. Yeah. They're missing, and then they just this whole contrast of like, oh no, the people that are for them, people that are against them. They're trying to the social commentary here. Like, I like this. Yo, man, kill these motherfuckers off the street.
I like, part of me is like, okay, it's a little funny. It's like, you got the cops working with them. All right, now everyone's seen their faces. They showed the composite sketches. I'm like, so there's no legal element that's ever going to come in here and stop them. I doubt they're walking around hiding themselves at this point.
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's a reason that Whitey Bulger was not busted for a good long time, separate and apart from his whole FBI connection. Yeah. But the neighborhoods were like, I don't know, what are you talking about? I've never seen him. What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, at least Whitey Bulger was outside of his neighborhood. I mean, there was a lot of people just didn't know what he looked like.
Well, I mean, he was at the end. However, they knew about Whitey for a good long time when he was in the neighborhood.
William Dafoe even hinted at that at the very big first crime scene. He's like, it's an Irish neighborhood, and they're not going to talk.
Yeah, nobody's going to talk, right? Because they were like, there was no reports of gunshots. No shit. It's an Irish neighborhood.
I like this guy. I'm ready.
Well, I'm curious how that would factor in with Dafoe's character, with him being FBI. Because he's not local, so it's like, is he gonna be in trouble now? Is he gonna be gotten rid of? They're like, wow, it's
no, he's gonna go full Whitey Bulger FBI to be like, I got some informants helping us out.
I got people. Well, there you go.
The interesting thing is that last bit as well. I mean, so there's there's some parallels, historical parallels you can draw. One of them is definitely the Whitey Bulger shit. But the other one is the comments at the end are very much a parallel of the discussion about the death penalty,
100%.
which was a huge topic at that time.
Yeah.
And so the last bit, I looked at it and I was like, motherfucker, are you actually trying to make some sort of political statement? Because you suck. Stop doing that. But it's a little, it comes across a little ham-fisted there at the end.
Yeah, like you're a little out of your depth. There,
Yeah. Stay in the lane, son.
What's the symbolism?
Yeah.
Is what I asked.
Symbology.
Symbology. Well,
you Phil, stay in your lane. If you cross over to mine, I'm gonna hook you up.
My lovely friend Vex, trivia. Hmm?
Yes, I stayed awake just for the trivia.
She sounds it.
She's like,
Sorry.
Or Vex.
All right. This film had a budget of $6 million. It came out on January 21st.
6 million sounds like an exaggeration.
January 21st.
They spent it all in editing.
So this is officially 25 years old. This movie. So there's an interesting thing about the release for this, actually. So this movie was given a limited release only in the United States due to the Columbine massacre.
Yep.
So it was only shown in 5 theaters for 1 week, earning just over $30,000. When it hit video, though, it made over $50 million.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. So the MPAA also wanted to delay and restrict this due to the Columbine shootings. They shopped it around at the 1999 Cannes Film Festival, but nobody wanted to touch this movie because of Columbine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it ended up getting the small, very limited release it did. But the sequel, Boondock Saints 2, All
Boon
Saints
harder.
Day, it had a budget of $8 million and grossed about 10.6. at the
Boondock
box
to
office.
Boon harder.
There's a third one actually in development right now, as well as a TV series.
Boon hard with a vengeance.
I haven't seen I still haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, I haven't seen the sequel either.
Heard
But
it's
it's the same,
crap, but
same writer and director, so
It's free on YouTube too.
Oh, really?
No shit.
I've seen it earlier.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
remember being distinctly underwhelmed by this sequel.
Gotcha. So this was shot in 32 days.
Makes
Wow.
sense.
Pretty impressive. Okay.
Yeah.
The word "fuck" and its derivatives are used a total of 246 times.
Well, you need to up that count. What the hell?
Mhm.
Some rookie numbers.
Well, that means there's more than one per minute in some instances, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Hell, I do better than that on a B-sides on Friday. What are we talking about?
I'm sure it's mostly from Rocco too.
The script's initial sale garnered a considerable amount of publicity as a rags to riches story. Composer, writer, and director Troy Duffy was a bartender at Jay Sloan's in Los Angeles when Miramax head Harvey Weinstein not only bought the script, but signed Duffy to direct, his band to score the movie, and agreed to purchase the bar for Weinstein and Duffy to co-own. However, Duffy quickly managed to sour the deal, putting the script into turnaround, where it was eventually produced for less than half the budget offered by Miramax. After its limited theatrical release, then the movie gained a lot more popularity. Okay, awesome. Great reaction. All right. Duffy didn't get any royalties from video sales.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, that's part of his contract. Yeah.
ouch.
The woman the priest refers to in the opening scene of this movie, Kitty Genovese, was an actual person.
Yep.
She was raped and murdered by a serial rapist in 1964 outside her house in Queens, while many eyewitnesses did nothing to save her.
Yep.
The apathetic bystander phenomenon is now referred to as the bystander effect, or what was her name again?
Genovese.
Genovese syndrome, stemming from the inability to take action or to know whether action has already occurred.
Yep.
In this movie and the graphic novel Watchmen, the story of Kitty inspired a vigilante to go to war against crime.
Very nice.
Yep, she the Kitty was assaulted and then I think shot, but didn't die immediately. It was like like an hour or better before anybody, even though people were looking out of their fucking windows, seeing it happen.
Yeah.
And heard her screams and all that shit.
Oof, that's
and
awesome.
yeah, it was like better than an hour before somebody called the cops.
Apparently they got a bunch of calls. So it happened at like 2 a.m. By the time an ambulance responded or the police responded, it was 4 a.m.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Billy Connolly was so stoked to be playing against type in the role of Tuduce.
Il Duce.
Il Duce. Sorry. The way it's written.
God.
Oh.
Add it
God
to the
damn.
list.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
She's tired. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
See, Connolly, he's the DEI hires.
Yeah. Two Deuce in his skedaddle was
Shit.
Il Duce Mussolini.
Oh.
Il Duce. Sorry. It's the way it's written. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
the Ducka says.
And having so much fun playing a psycho with guns strapped all over him that they had to add a large cigar to the character that the character incessantly smokes because unless they stuck something in his mouth, he couldn't stop smiling during takes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
The church where Connor and Murphy attend Mass, Church of the Covenant, is not a Catholic church, but a Lutheran one. No Catholic churches in the area would allow filming in their sanctuaries due to their objections to the plot of this movie.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. The maximum security prison in which Il Duce is held is actually the old Suffolk County Jail in Boston, which is now a 4-star hotel.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna say Two Deuce. That sounds better. That's
the douche.
Yeah, Two Deuce, I believe, is in the sequel.
That's it. Oh God, that's a classic. Two Deuce.
Boy, we're gonna need more than one toilet ninja star for that.
If you're one of his target, do you end up on the Two Deuce list?
Yes. That's why Augustus is so good at throwing those fucking discs into the toilets. He has dealt with the Two Deuce before.
Troy Duffy comments that he received a 2-page letter from the Archdiocese of Toronto calling him the spawn of Satan and that the script for this film was an instrument of his destruction.
Dang.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Aw.
I haven't had any letters like that for weeks.
Troy Duffy wanted to make the Paul Smecker character gay to put even more of an emphasis on how at odds he is with the rest of the cops in the film. It also serves to make an even stronger point later on when Smecker is seen as a genius investigator in the other cops' eyes. The Boston cops he's working with know he's gay, but it becomes a non-issue. Duffy also anecdotes about a friend of his who was a closeted homosexual and who came out of the closet after watching this film.
Oh, that's what happened to Gord too, but we don't, talk. We just don't talk about it.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watch the director's commentary at the 1 hour and 23-minute mark, Troy Duffy actually gets noticeably angry. He says the comparisons made by critics and other commentators of Duffy and other directors like Quentin Tarantino and Guy Ritchie comes up. Duffy notes that the Boondock Saints was finished before Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels hit theaters. Tarantino's another story. Duffy says he feels Tarantino reinvented cool, but also mentions certain elements of Pulp Fiction may have subconsciously influenced Boondock. He notes the films Tarantino had been he also notes the films Tarantino had been influenced by for his films. Quote, "So what? We're creators. We go and do these things to the best of our ability. There are similarities and there are differences, but everybody's going to have their own opinion about it. But I guess it could be worse, End quote.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Originally, Willem Dafoe was reluctant to dance wildly during the crime scene to spite his co-workers' ineptitude, thinking it would be inappropriate for him to do so. However, Duffy convinced him to do it, citing something inappropriate such as this would exactly be something the character Smecker would do.
Mm-hmm.
I find it hard to believe
Yeah.
that Willem Dafoe was like, I don't know, this may be inappropriate.
Might be going too far.
My
Yeah.
brother in Christ, have you seen your prior movies?
Yeah, no shit.
I do have a little bit of casting trivia for this.
My favorite part.
All right. Christopher Walken.
No, come on. Tease. She's a fucking tease. I swear to God.
Wow, that was
Wow.
a firefight.
The symbolism. Ow.
I can't help
Troy
it. Yep.
Duffy flew to New York City to meet with Ewan McGregor and offer him one of the lead roles, so one of the roles of the brothers. At a night out, Duffy got drunk and they got into an argument over the death penalty, and McGregor passed on the movie. This led to Miramax putting the movie in turnaround.
I hate angry drunk people. I'm lovable.
Yeah, me too.
They got into an argument over the death penalty.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Why you acting surprised? I mean,
Does
again,
that tell us
that's kind
that-
of that is one of the themes of the movie is you know, what's the appropriate
Especially that
level
ending,
to punish certain things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Does that tell us that Norman Reedus and Sean Patrick Flanery are all pro death penalty? Is that what that's saying?
They'd have been like,
Maybe.
Probably, yeah.
I don't care what the hell is it. It pays $14.5 a year. I'll do whatever the hell you say.
Yep, exactly.
Now, there were a few other people that were considered for the roles of the brothers. Doesn't say which brother, it just says these are the actors that were considered.
Sure.
Nikki Cat. I don't know who this is.
Nikki fucking Cat. I don't know who that is. Let me see. Let me pull him.
I think it was the cat they shot in the apartment.
Yeah, he's been in,
Oh, I recognize his face. Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen his face a lot.
he was in Boiler Room. He was like the asshole who played in Boiler Room.
You're going to have to narrow that down a bit, Cannoli.
Sorry.
He was in Sin City. He's in Days and Confused, but he's always kind of a small
Here,
character.
hold on. Let me see if I
Yeah,
can
pull
bring
up his
Planet
image.
Terror.
it. There you go.
Yeah.
Here, let me-
He's been in some
Oh,
decent
yeah.
movies, but he's just kind of
Yeah.
a character actor.
Yeah. All right. Steven Dorff.
Maybe Doris
Maybe.
could have pulled
Yeah,
it.
yeah. The Dorfmeister.
He had done a couple other movies like in this kind of genre during the 90s, so it could have
Yeah.
worked.
He looks a lot like Sean Patrick Flanery. He kind
does.
of they resemble each other a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And there's Ewan McGregor and also Brendan Fraser.
No.
No.
He's almost.
I mean, he
too
could have played
charming
Rocco.
for-
He's too stupid.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, he could have
No.
played the stupid.
Brendan
character maybe,
Fraser
but-
plays Jewish people that go to prep schools. He doesn't.
You know, it's weird. I'm actually kind of thinking of him in that role. It's like that might not be such a bad idea.
Is Rocco?
For Rocco?
Yeah, it might
Yeah.
not be such a bad idea to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. He did that. What was that movie where he was like the stupid high dude that's in love with someone? It came out during the 90s as well. It had a dumb fucking name.
Tapeheads?
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. God damn it.
He's like a flower child or something, and he meets a girl and falls in love with her, and he just plays like an eternal doofus. That's actually, you know what? He's done quite a few of those roles now. That you
Yeah,
mentioned
actually,
good one,
Eternal
yeah.
Doofus is exactly what I think of
Yeah.
with Brandon
Yeah.
Fraser.
Eternal doofus of the spotless mind.
Yeah, yeah. Of the smooth-brained mind. Yeah.
Oh, God. That is so funny.
All right, a little bit more. So there were 3 actors that Miramax preferred for the role of Paul Smecker.
Mhm.
All right, the first, Sylvester Stallone.
Oh,
Really?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, you know, I really sound Irish. You know what I'm saying?
I hate a cold.
Oh,
blue
this is gonna get
person.
better, guys. It's gonna get better. Consider.
God.
Well, he was
Smecker
going
does.
to, but he was cast for Hunt for Red October, so they really couldn't work it out. Yeah.
All right,
Sorry.
Bill Murray.
Oh, God.
No.
Why?
That would have been some serious
Holy
subversion.
Schmuck.
Where he just comes in,
Yeah.
and he just has that, you know, oh, what the fuck ever look on his face.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
All
I
right.
can't see that at all. And I like Bill Murray a lot, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and the last one they wanted was Mike Myers.
Oh my God.
What?
Harriet. Sweet Harriet. No.
Now, okay, these were Miramax's choices, right? Now there were 4 other actors that were offered the role but passed on it. All right.
Please tell me Arnold Schwarzenegger's one of them.
No, he isn't. That would have been interesting though, especially in the drag.
Carl
Oh,
Weathers.
Violet.
Carl Weathers was definitely one of
How
them.
do you like your ribs?
Patrick Swayze.
No.
Wait, was he alive at that point?
Yeah, he was
Like,
alive at
he
that
was,
point.
He was a ghost.
Not quite yet, but
No,
I
no.
actually think you could do maybe something with that.
Maybe.
I mean, he wouldn't be as good, but I think you could do it.
Okay. Robert De Niro.
Oh God.
No.
little bit.
Yeah, I can see De Niro doing it. Yeah,
Probably. He's a good enough actor to pull it off.
He does the drag in Stardust, so we know that
Yeah.
he's capable of that at least.
Oh, sure.
Went a little too far, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You want to cuddle, huh?
It was a little bit of a firefight. A little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Symbolism. A little bit of symbolism.
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right. Kenneth
What do you
Branagh.
got? Some symbology for me? Is that what you're talking about?
What was the next person back?
Kenneth Branagh. That's actually interesting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kinda interesting.
I
I like
see
that. I could see that. I like Kenneth
Yeah.
Branagh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Definitely.
kind of got to do sort of a similar type character in Harry Potter.
Harry
funny
Potter.
enough.
Yeah. He's a good
He
actor.
kind of did it in Wild Wild West as well. That abomination of a
Oh
film.
God. That was a movie.
We don't speak of that.
No,
Okay.
no.
All right. And the last one, Kevin Spacey.
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah, that would have worked.
Really? Jesus.
I mean, he's already gay, so
Yeah, he's
Oh,
halfway
100%.
there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can see that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's all I have for trivia.
Beautiful. Oh God, the Sylvester Stallone thing still throws me off. What the fuck?
what was the thinking there?
The fuck?
Stallone?
Oh my God.
You
Too
love
far.
Hollywood.
I went too far.
I
you
went
know?
too far. I
You
went
ain't
too far. You're Indian.
I'd be surprised if Stallone could name a classical composer.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you give me a bagel with some onions?
Yeah. We definitely know he can't pronounce any of their names.
I had some lemon in my coffee. You know?
Oh, you the genius? Is that what you said?
Oh, yeah, Freud was right. You know?
Yeah. Freud was right.
Oh God. Okay.
Imagine,
But
imagine Stallone in drag.
no.
God.
No.
I don't sweat you.
I'm here for entertainment.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, how do you sell that scene?
What are you,
don't.
Barry?
No.
This is a primo box here.
Yeah. I definitely want to see him in drag.
I think Christopher Walken would have been better. But hey, we won't get into that.
Like, there's a few actors I can imagine doing it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Defoe nails it, so I.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but
Oh,
like I
he's
could
so
see
good.
someone like maybe like a Michael Keaton doing a role like that would be really cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, Stallone. What's the thinking there?
What was he doing at this time?
It's
in
because
1999?
Miramax had a relationship with him already.
Was it
Yeah.
Copland is after this,
Also,
right?
They were in bed with him and they wanted to cuddle.
He was doing
Oh,
stop.
no.
He was doing stop. My mom will shoot.
Oh,
I saw that movie.
Yeah, so have I.
I
Yeah,
did
oh,
too.
yeah.
we all have. We wish we didn't.
I wish she had
I
shot
didn't-
at me.
Yeah.
Whiskey friend.
All right. I guess we can go around, give our final thoughts. Give me the symbolism. Sassy Shamrock.
Yes, hello.
Give me your, yes.
You know I don't have much to offer on this shit. It was a
Well,
good
we know,
movie.
but I got to make you feel good about yourself. So
I know.
go ahead.
I enjoyed the movie. I watched it twice. I don't normally rewatch movies unless you make me. And I enjoyed it. So, listen, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I don't have much to offer like all of you movie connoisseurs.
I thought you were going to say movie.
Would you
cunts.
call me?
That's
You
right.
You movie cunts.
I hear when you're connoisseur, you're holding back 2 deuces.
Oh.
Anyway, I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed listening to you all make fun of this movie and laugh
I
about it. So it was a good time.
That's what we do. Blue Collar.
Sure.
Give us your final
I've
thoughts.
said
buddy.
before, it's a dumb film. It's a cult classic, and so many times, Cannoli, you and Goodwin in the background, you guys, I almost choked on my alcohol.
Yes. That's why I just sit back and listen.
I mean, objectively, you could say it's probably like a 6 or 7 out of 10. But like, that's the point. Certain films, you guys, honestly, my Monday after work, having some drinks, you guys with friends, watching a film. Some films are just better just sitting back with a bunch of buddies, having a pizza, some drinks, and sitting down. Yeah, it could be a stupid film, but like you guys said, for Christ's sakes, it's 2025, And Dafoe to this day, he makes this as Gore King said. Dafoe makes it.
He is the whole movie. Yeah.
And there are certain films out there where I would say I truly love this film. I know it's not the best film, but I love it. And it's certain films are better with your friends. Simple as that, guys.
Well, especially when you're cuddling with them. Yeah, that's it's much better.
What are you, a fag?
Yeah.
You fairy, give me my drink. That's what I'm going to yell at Goodman. Give me my drink.
It's kind of a dumb film, but I love it. I will watch it 10 more times. I don't care.
Sure. No, I get
Same. Yep.
it. Goodwin, I know you love this movie. You're so happy I brought you on for the show.
I love him being on.
Tell us your final thoughts there, you sweet man.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a reason it was successful in rentals, and it was as Blue Collar was saying that you would sit around and just lose your shit with other people. I mean, there's certain like the same reason that we like vigilante superhero movies, right? That they're not going through the bullshit of the law. They're just they have a moral compulsion to do what's right and deal with the bad guys and so they do that. It's also, again, it's the Guy Ritchie movie we have at home. It's funny. There are some hilarious characters and kind of traits that they have, but it also suffers from kind of a lack of it was like the writer, he came up with this cool idea and he had no idea how the hell to end it, and the idea isn't enough, right? I mean, you have to, congrats, you have your protagonist. What the hell are you going to do for an antagonist? No, I don't know, crime in general. That's a little weak. I mean, we have the finale with Papa Joe, but Papa Joe's never menacing. No one's really afraid of Papa Joe. I mean, Rocco maybe a little bit, but he's more annoyed than anything else because he got played. I think that there's some great shots that I think that the director, it's too bad that he basically blew up his own career by being an asshat. But he had talent and had he continued to make movies, could have gotten better. Unfortunately, he had a debilitating personality disorder. It was a craniorectal fusion, I believe, is the medical term. But
so does White Bear. But we're not going to.
Yeah. Well, that's why nobody gives him money to make movies. But the editing is painful at times, and it is hard to overlook. The fade to black. Wait it, give it a pause. And now we're back. And it was like, were there supposed to be commercials inserted here? Did you remember the information of this? What the hell? I love, Willem Dafoe he's so over the, and that's Willem Dafoe is always best when he is over the fucking top, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Streets of Fire was the first thing that I ever saw him in, and I was like, wow, okay, that's a guy, and he's doing some shit, and then there was a firefight, and his dancing around and is just getting sweatier as he goes and all that. And it is so hilarious. But yeah, I think I'd probably give it a 6. But it's not a great movie. It is a wonderfully enjoyable movie nonetheless. And so yeah, it's been 25 years since I've seen it, and I was glad to watch it again. It reminded me that there was some really funny moments in this, but it really got lost in a lot of the movies that came out around the same time. Again, it's a tone that is very much late 90s, and we were kind of inundated with this kind of edgy, over the top comedy, violence stuff, and so I think it kind of fell by the wayside for me. But I can certainly understand why some people are see this as a cult classic and that they love watching this, all the time.
Yeah, good stuff. Gord Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, buddy.
I have to change my headline for you because I just saw yours. Look, if you want an indicator of how good we used to have it, this it's by no means a great movie. I really wouldn't even necessarily go so far as to call this a good movie, and yet it's very unique and entertaining. It's a really fun popcorn flick. It is very much a turn your brain off kind of thing because and again, I don't think it has a ton of like internal logic issues necessarily. I don't think anything happens in particular that necessarily breaks the plot. I just think there are technical issues in the editing that are just horrendous at times. There's choices that the movie makes that I think are to its detriment. It's like they put an emphasis on showing this, but they don't put much of an emphasis on showing scenes that would be kind of important, or doing character work with the villains that would have made things much more interesting and meaningful. I do think there is a lot of missed potential in this movie, but all the same, it does action really, really well. It does have a couple of protagonists that are really cool and easy enough to root for. And Dafoe is almost too good for this movie. It's like he fits it perfectly, and you don't want to take him out of it. But there's like a party. It's like, gosh, this guy is phenomenal. Like he's this great thing you can extract from this otherwise kind of mediocre movie. But it has a lot of entertainment value. It's one that I could totally understand someone saying, yeah, I rewatch this all the time because it's just that much fun. I have movies like that, personally as well. So altogether, I would rate this 5 fights out of 10.
Nice.
I do want to. I think Waylon's right. There's an interesting idea behind this, and it's very a good vision. It's just the execution is where it kind of falls down a bit.
Yeah. Vex, my lady. What about you?
I do have like a question for the panel before I give my rating, because given that this movie was now suppressed because of the Columbine shootings at the time, and then there was the falling out with Miramax, it struggled to find a distributor. Do you think that perhaps a lot of the editing issues might be the fact that a lot was cut out to try and make it appropriate for a theatrical release given the time?
No,
it's possible, I guess, but I mean,
no, because
it's not going to affect my rating or anything.
Yeah, they're keeping a ton of the bloody stuff in there, and had there been more bloody scenes or whatever, that doesn't solve the issues. It's
not even the bloody scenes. It's so much there might be context that was taken out because of how sensitive the time was.
For what happened?
The Columbine thing.
Well, unless they're announcing, and now we're going to go to the school. I'm not sure what the hell.
Unless one of them pipes up and says, "This is just like Doom."
Actually, let's set up a Doom map of the place we're going to go hit first, and can we get some longer trench coats, please?
Actually, I would say to Vex, if that was true, everyone knows this. How many films have a director's cut? This film would have multiple cuts then, especially like Gord King loves Blade.
Or at least there would be at least word of one out there. Which and for this guy who seemed kind of intent on defending his vision, so because he's like, I agree with him that they kind of poking fun at him for being a little too like Tarantino. I'm like, Tarantino was good at what he did. Why would you be mad at him? Kind of mimicking a good style if he's doing it well, because the dialogue is actually, I think, the strongest thing about this movie. I think the dialogue is actually pretty good in this.
I agree.
So I always thought that was weird, but I'm like, if he's defending his movie out there, I would figure he'd pipe up and say,
he would bring up the studio fucked me and I had to do this cut or whatever. I mean, you hear this from every other fucking director that has had any studio interference.
Remember the whole fucking was it David Ayer said he wants the Ayer Suicide Squad cut.
Oh god, fuck off.
I know.
All right. No, I was just curious because I do agree with Waylon though. This is very much for a first film for a guy that had no experience in Hollywood. He had no experience writing. For a first attempt, this is pretty solid, I would have to say. I enjoyed this thoroughly. I agree. It's a turn your brain off and watch it. The dialogue is the strongest part of this film. And honestly, it carries the film. You don't really have to think about everything else that's going on because the interactions are so sharp and snappy. Dafoe, just being Dafoe, also is another element that carries the film forward. I do agree that the final act, when they do the 3 months later thing, I was like, that's not... It didn't feel like it fit with the rest of the film, and it very much was I don't know how to end this sort of deal. I'm curious to watch the second one, see if it gets any better. But I'm gonna have to give that. Like, I would watch this if this were just on TV. I'd watch it again. If someone wanted to watch a funny movie, I would put this on because there's so many great one-liners or just snippet scenes.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Agreed. Yep.
And everyone in the cast has great chemistry. On top of that, like Sean Patrick Flanery and Norman Reedus, I buy that they're brothers. They have that. There.
I'm a little surprised Flanery didn't do anything like really of note after this because I thought he was pretty dang good in this.
Yeah,
and I think he was like, I was like, he really they didn't see a leading man in this guy, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
Yep.
Who knows?
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to give this 6 photos covering up cat guts and blood. It's not a perfect film. There are a lot of objective issues with it, but I think overall, for just a fun film, it's good. For a first film, more than anything, this is spectacular.
Yeah, and I think the thing over time, I've tried to like figure out why certain movies work, why they don't, and the one thing that's like the anchor that you can guarantee that people will at least be interested in your movie is if you have really good characters. And this one definitely succeeds on that, right? For our main characters, right? That you care about them, you know their motivations, you like their interactions with each other and all that stuff, right? Then it comes to plot. Well, you at least have like an initial. You have like half of a good movie plot wise. Yeah. But because of the characters and their interplay, that carries it through the part where the plot turns to shit a bit. And that is often like the source of cult classic movies. Either you have a tremendous world and plot that really catches people, and maybe the character development is weak, Blade Runner, or you have really cool characters and it falls down in some other areas. Boondock Saints, They Live. I mean, a bunch of John Carpenter movies and some other stuff, right? But you like the characters, right? And again, the witty repartee and all that stuff. That's what carries this. Yeah. It's why it's always going to be hampered because it does enough to be attractive to people in an audience, but as an overall telling the story. Because at the end of the day, movies have to tell a story. Yep. When you fall down a bit on the story, well, I can't give you great grades on it, even if I enjoyed it because I like the characters. But it was like, but that's cool. But I mean, I like hanging with my buddies. That doesn't mean that every fucking time we hang out, it's worth putting into a fucking movie. Because half the time it's like, all right, you're all drunk, get the fuck out my house.
Shit. Yeah. I know what you mean. I pretty much echo all your sentiment here. I agree. I think it's 6. I like to drink a Coke out of 10. It definitely on the rewatch. I knew. I mean, the first time I watched it months ago, Dafoe's character really stood out. I don't know why this time though. It just really brought it home for me. He was fantastic. Him and Rocco.
The gay character brought it home for you.
Shh. Listen,
we
talked about this.
Look, Debo always gives us the greatest box. So, that's what Connolly was thinking.
But him and Rocco in this
plus Connolly, we've all been there where it's like, everyone knows it. Go into a comedy film, right, in a theater, and so there's two you for a comedy film. It's one experience. Go into a packed theater where there's 200 people, and everyone's roaring fucking laughing.
Yeah,
it's a different experience.
Nobody experienced that with this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
It was released in like 12 theaters, and they're like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
But the whole point being on panels, if I sat there and watched this film by myself, first, like I said, hearing Connolly and Vex and Goodwin laughing in my ear while watching certain scenes, it adds to the experience of it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, Vex would be saying different things. She won't be laughing. She'd be saying the N-word.
Yeah, she'll still be stuck on that fucking joke of Rocco.
Did you hear what he said?
No. Let me say it again. I don't
know. I love that. That's going to be in her Twitter bio by tomorrow.
Yeah.
But also, guys, I know it's a small thing, but like, remember 1999 before we had like the drinker would say the message.
I mean that's why I said that there's no way in hell that Dafoe's character could exist in a modern movie, right?
No.
Well, even then, like him being gay wasn't ever it was like a contrarian point. It wasn't meant to define his
point,
character, right? So it's like I'd like to see this remade into a more cohesive, better script. But you're right. This couldn't. No one could touch this today.
Yeah, because the entire film, the term "gay" is never used once.
No.
They never call him gay one time.
They use some other words, but
but versus nowadays, say this film came out in 2025.
Yeah, and by the way, did I mention I'm gay? Yes, we noticed.
Sorry, that would be the focal point.
Yeah, no, this would be like, I mean, the if you were doing it today, the only person that I can think of that would actually do like justice to Willem Dafoe's, at least like dealing with other gays, is Little Platoon.
Yeah.
Right, because Platoon will be like, I am actually thinking about going straight. If that's what gay is, I've had enough of that. I can't be that, right? You know, be like, it's like poetry. It's gay.
That's pretty good. Anyway, yes, great insight as always, people. So I guess we can go around, shout out where we're going to be, what we're doing, and who we're screwing. Sassy.
God, so hostile. So you can find me this Sunday at God, what are we doing with the times? I guess I say 3 p.m. Eastern, Mrs. Sassy Sunday stream. If I get lucky enough to sail the high seas and find Snow White, maybe I can shit on it before for my show.
I'm not sure lucky is the word I would use for that.
Yeah, I'm not really lucky. That's true. Lucky. But anyway, I'm sure I'll have a lot of trannies and shit to talk about on Sunday.
What else is new?
I never know what's going to come up this week. You just never know. And just so you know, I am on the waiting list because I refuse to give that tranny any money. I'm on the waiting list to read Dylan Mulvaney's new book, which he reads himself on the audiobook. So
why would you want to listen to him narrate a whole book?
Oh my God.
Why would you put yourself through that?
Because why would you actively put yourself in the 40%?
Well, I'll tell you, there's 20 copies at my library and there is a wait. So apparently I'm not the only one that wants to torture themselves.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't realize that BDSM was that big in Phoenix, but okay.
It's a big
I'm
city
doing
now.
it for the people.
What people? Who you calling people?
Who you calling
you people?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to label you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you can label
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
This audiobook is great on mute.
15 hours of just silence.
Yeah, at least when it was on cassette, you can record over it with something you pick up off the radio.
Oh, Zeppelin's on the radio. Let's record over this again.
Who's the new Billy Idol's out?
It would be good.
So
It would be really funny if you could record over the audiobook, like say it's a cassette tape or DVD. It's a 15-hour loop of dude looks like a lady.
Yeah. or just why are you gay? You are gay.
Oh shit. Oh God, blue collar. Shout out what you got coming up on your
This was made in 1779. All right. So wait.
So you'll be in that later.
There you go. Yes.
That'll be all gone by the end of this. Yeah.
I can't believe it got past me in that year.
So I only drink half a bottle, unfortunately, for this stream. It sucks.
Nice.
I know. I'm the rookie numbers, But no, like
that ain't even half, dude. I think you're overselling that. That's nowhere near half. By height it is, but not by volume.
I've
heard that before.
Anyway,
I was like,
as your illustrious wife was saying, no, I'm looking forward to seeing Snow White this week, not for all the right reasons. So I'll make a video. And with Goodwin, we'll be doing Cannoli. Gooch is doing.
You'll be doing me, huh? Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. Kaiju number 8, and also Wednesday we're watching Electra because last week we watched Daredevil with Ben Affleck, which surprisingly that film gets a lot. Again, Michael Clark Duncan. It's funny when you watch Daredevil.
He's the best king.
Never one time in that fucking film is his race mentioned. That's why
I mean, first of all, the dude is Kingpin.
Christ,
I mean, the shade might be a little off, but I don't care. The build is absolutely fucking Kingpin.
It's so good. It's watching films of friends where the Ben Affleck film gets a lot. It gets a lot right.
There's a director's cut of that movie too. I never watched the director's.
We watched
I've never seen it.
The director's cut is is supposed to be a lot better.
A lot better.
Yeah,
That's what I've heard,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely the CGI is dated, but like, especially Colin Farrell, he was having the time of his life. So we decided this Wednesday we'll watch Elektra, which again, Elektra's not it's not comparison. It's not a bad film. So we're just gonna rewatch it. And
I'm not going to go that far. That was a bad fucking movie.
Compared to nowadays, though, it's a fucking masterpiece.
I mean, maybe like the last 4 years, I'll give you that.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on,
That's
Blue
what I'm saying.
Collar. Is it not bad because Jennifer Garner looks good in the outfit? Is that the balancing factor? Okay,
exactly.
Yeah, after he hits that whole bottle, he'll really be loving that movie.
I mean, I'd rather watch Halle Berry as Catwoman because she looks better than Jennifer
After
Garner.
watching Agatha and Echo, Elektra's awesome.
God, yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's great having you on for the first. Finally, got you fucking on the show.
Well, I told you, dude. It's like the good part is that these replays on my Tuesday morning work is so great. But and I told you, dude, not just as a friend, but like for Christ's sake, for 2024, the fucking Velocipaster. I listened to that. I listened to that stream 4 times last year. Like, it is my favorite thing of 2024. Like people would say like, Chris, people would say like,
every once in a while, Blue Collar will just like randomly DM me, dude. I'm watching fucking Velocipaster and I'm dying.
Because people would say like you know, Vance was like, Chris, okay, what's your favorite film of the year? I'm like, well, the Velocipaster stream isn't a film, but it's like that's my favorite.
It's a work of art, though.
Wait a minute. Have you actually seen the movie?
Yes, of course I have.
Okay, just making sure. I was like, no. Which have you watched more, though? Which have you seen more?
Oh, you know goddamn well what he's seen more of.
So, Cannoli, I think this is a sign that I should just take over your channel.
I think so.
I was going to say that. Like,
fuck, man.
Cannoli, you're going to let the people down. How sad.
The fuck you are, because she was choosing those shitty fucking Alien prequels.
Yeah, that was her birthday pick. Alien. What was this? Covenant.
Yeah, we had Prometheus and Covenant.
No, she did it on purpose.
And then she chooses the 9th gate or whatever and says, "Oh, I can't be on."
Listen, why do you think?
sick.
No,
Okay.
she was sick. But listen,
I know
why do you think we're taking a break? Vex and I have to chat a little in
I think
Vegas.
my favorite Cannoli Sasquatch stream is the one he's not on.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. It's my favorite one too. Actually,
No. Waylon does make a good point. The Red October casting discussion. Cannoli was definitely on, and Vex was not.
Okay.
He's right. That one was funny. I only listened to the end of the show because he told me to, and it was funny.
Oh god,
it was good.
Well, poor Gord King, you guys doing fucking the Twilight series. I'm at work, like I almost crashed a couple times driving. Like I'm laughing so fucking hard. Like
they were great shows.
Yeah,
listen, when we do come back next the fall, we are if Velocipaster 2 is out.
Look, she just popped in chat. I told you, Naughty, you are the cherry on top of the sundae. That's a Velocipaster stream. You are the perfect mix because Naughty entering the stream was perfection.
Oh yeah, every time she kept trying to get out, I was like, she better not leave because this is part of what's making this fun.
Yeah, the best part was when Gooch joined and she thought, "Oh, my savior has arrived," and he stabbed her in the back.
Yeah. Oh god, that is the greatest thing ever. Oh god.
Cannoli, dude, as I told people, like if I had like 1 billion subs, you should have 10,000 views on your fucking Velocipaster stream. It's so underrated, man.
I plug it whenever Velocipaster shows up on my
sometimes.
Twitter timeline. I put the stream link in whatever conversation.
Yeah, Vex does do that. Yeah,
yeah.
That's why it's over 1,000 views now.
Yeah, we do like Unforgiven. It got like 30,000 views. But
yeah, because you put Red Dead Redemption Unforgiven.
It works.
Yeah,
it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you need to put Jurassic World Velocipaster.
I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna do that next time. Oh god.
I mean, you have to, because when that shit movie comes out and it makes $1 billion because everybody is stupid, make sure you change the title to be Jurassic World.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Go back and change it. See what happens.
Oh god.
But let Blue Collar know because he'll be looking for it, and not know the name of it.
I will be,
He's got that shit bookmark. Stop it.
That's true.
It's true.
I can't wait. All right, Goodwin. Tell us where you're gonna be there.
Yeah, I'll be with Blue Collar on Thursday for Kaiju number 8. And then Friday, I believe that Adam will be back. Him and Babs were both sick last week, so it was the first time we missed B-sides. So yeah, I'm sure he's had extra time to think up something particularly shitty to subject us all to, and we'll watch it. I did at least give him a commercial that I found that I demanded be on the stream. So
nice.
So we'll see, and then we'll be on Saturday with Niat, where we're doing Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
I'm not on that one. Yeah,
Such a good movie.
It's
Oh my
pretty good.
Whoa, is it? Okay, well.
Yes,
I invite you to come
Hold
on.
I think
Hold on,
you're remembering.
I will be on
You're
there.
remembering the sequels. You're remembering the sequels.
Oh, okay, yes, I'm thinking of the sequels. Sorry. Rise is the first one, which was meh.
Yes.
And then it was
Dawn and War.
Dawn
and War, which were beautiful.
Dawn is to me is the best one.
And me and Gord King did live review of the fourth one. You know, which
you know, every time I see that come up on Hulu, I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
But Kevin Durant, he was trying his ass off though in that film.
Kevin Durant, the basketball player.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think Kevin Durant, the basketball player, could have done a better movie than Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I have
that movie's awful.
I have no
Look,
watching it.
all I know is that Rise does not have Ape Lincoln, and
Wait
so
a
what the
minute.
fuck are we even doing? I mean, come on.
I thought Kevin Durant played one of the apes. Never mind.
Hey!
Never
Well,
mind.
I guess one of your wishes has been granted.
I'm gonna go have a Coke now. Gore King.
Here,
So
Chloe.
you've been playing Hitman.
He beat it today.
Yeah, I finished it today.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
I'm still not sure what I'm going to play tomorrow, but whatever. I'll figure it out
Uncharted,
tomorrow
right?
night. Probably Uncharted, but I'm not.
Soma,
positive
you
about it.
coward.
You know what? I got a game for you, Gord. Okay, it's one of my favorite games.
What?
Boyfriend
Does it hide
Dungeon.
the salami?
Boyfriend Simulator? Is that what you
Boyfriend Dungeon.
What
You
the
know what?
fuck?
Okay, listen.
God damn, next he's gonna be like Yandere. Here we go. All right.
Hear me out. Hear me out, okay? The dating simulator part aside, it's actually a really cool little dungeon crawler sim.
Play Uncharted. Fuck that shit.
Gord, you're gonna need a bigger X to press to doubt on
really
this
gotta
one.
sit down and talk, Vex. Jesus Christ.
Vex, you better join Nadia's stream for Last of Us Season 2.
I know I'm gonna be watching it, but like I gotta figure out what's going on with 8750 because I was gonna review it with Yef because we did season 1 together.
Yeah. Gord, I rest my case. Nad's just echoed. She liked Boyfriend.
Boyfriend Dungeon is fun though. You don't have to care about
No,
the
again.
dating part.
So you've had Vex and Nadia. You know, Nofty Pixels over here is telling you this is a great fucking idea.
To be fair, I love Vex's Last of Us. My favorite video for Vex is her Last of Us video. She tore that fucking show apart, man. Oh my god.
I'm sure season 2 would be just as good.
Dude, Cannoli, they're milking one game into 2 seasons.
Yeah, I know. I didn't watch the show.
Well, if it was a good game, I wouldn't mind it. But
oh, dude, that second game is fucking shit. All right, so you got your game.
I've got
what videos you got coming up?
I don't want to say definitively what videos I've got coming up next because I've kind of got like a few lined up all at once. So we'll see on that front. But I am going to be on Niat's stream as well this Saturday talking Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I am very much looking forward to that. And I think that's it for this week.
Nice. Vex.
Sundays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, early morning Vex
You're doing
Divisionism.
Invincible. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Invincible season 3 this Sunday.
Mark versus Conquest, man.
I haven't watched the final 3 episodes yet because I was so fucking bored. I just gave up. So I will go back and watch it now. But the new thing on Sundays now is the chat really likes me reading terrible, dirty novels.
Oh yeah.
So that's been a thing we've been doing the last couple of streams.
Do it slowly.
So yeah, come. You can come hang out and have fun. In terms of come. Yeah, that's. Also that.
I'm gonna come.
Don't come. Do not come.
Are you at least going to do a Chuck Tingle book?
You know what?
Oh yes, you got to do a Chuck Tingle.
You have to do a Chuck Tingle
book. Send me a Chuck Tingle PDF to read.
Yeah,
please. And then I will pick out an excerpt happily.
Please do.
I mean, the one with the sentient donuts is absolutely
okay.
fantastic.
I wanna do a Snow White video, not to dunk on it but more that I'm curious how much it's going to deviate from not just the original Disney film, but also the story. So that might happen, but I also have like a bunch of other, like I have an Erwin Smith video in progress. I got my Nosferatu video in progress. I started writing a script on why the Minions are based as well.
Hell
So
yeah.
who knows what
Those little yellow fuckers. Yes.
Yep.
You're fucking awesome, Bex. Oh my god.
I'm still pissed. Gord King didn't pick up on the fucking Minion thing with his review of the shitty horror movie with the first person thing where the guy puts his fucking mask on. And I was like, dude, he's a Minion.
You're
Kind of
right.
does
look
look
like
like
a
a
minion,
minion for
yeah.
real.
I know, Gordon, that was a bad film too. Yeah.
So I don't. Listen. I was just trying to. Someone was really shocked that I liked the Minions and Despicable Me, and I was like, they're pretty fucking based. And then I
like the movies, but
Yeah,
I
there you
love
go.
your take on why they're based. I would love to hear that actually.
Sandra Bullock.
I don't know what my next video is, but I am back in the editing groove now that I did something for Scene Invaders. So the
Slacker.
fire has been reignited.
Yeah.
The fire.
I
That
love
is
it.
part of also why I'm a little bit iffy on my next one because I am upgrading my editing suite, but I bought a speed editor with it, so I have to wait till Wednesday before I even get it.
Man,
So
there's-
I'm in the writing room right now.
Thursday, we should all do a big, massive live review of Snow White because we all know what's coming.
When are you planning to do yours?
Also,
PCO?
we'll talk about it because we all know what's going to happen.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah, I Bex is right. though.
You know how that toilet fell on that guy in Boondock Saints? That's
Oh shit.
Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. I can't wait for all.
We'll talk
that to
about
happen.
it.
Oh god. Yes. Let's see. What the fuck am I doing? Yeah. So I guess we're back next week.
You're giving up. Is what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done. Yeah. I guess because How to Train Your Dragon comes out next week.
Oh, it does.
So we're doing the review of the animated movie that came out. I don't even know what fucking.
Don't you want Black Vikings?
No,
No.
I don't want black people at all. That's why I like that Coke joke.
I want Black Hitler, you fucking cowards. Do it for God's sake.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my god, Bex.
we're doing How to Train Your Dragon next week.
I love the cartoons, not the live action.
That's what it is. You're on the show, you fucking goof.
I am.
Yes.
You am now.
It's the animated one.
Are we-
The
are we-
It's the
2021.
animated show.
Are we still live?
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
wait. No, this is a test rehearsal. It's great. We did.
Yeah.
It was a good work.
Yeah. This
Our
is not
dress
where-
rehearsal was fine. Now
Yeah,
we'll do it live.
Keep drinking that whiskey.
I love patties for $20.
Oh my god! Yes, we'll introduce. I'll let you know who's going to be on the show after some people are sober. Yes, we'll be back next week. I think we only have 4 shows left before a little break. So
Shit, wow.
be there or be gay.
I'll be gay.
Yes, that's it. That's
Just
it.
don't be a fairy.
Don't be a fairy.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you won't be like the get to cuddle with Willem Dafoe kind of.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
no,
just
no,
gonna
no,
do that.
no. You definitely don't want to be the fag man.
No,
That's
that is-
a bad idea.
watch out for the.
I'm drunk
symbolism.
enough. He's primo box.
Yeah.
What about your symbology?
Symbology. That's it. Thank you. And listen, everybody, thank you for the super chats, Gord. You beautiful man. I appreciate you for your wonderful
no
super
problem.
chat earlier. Blue collar, of course, always. Thanks
yeah.
for coming on. And thanks for the super chat. Everybody else, love you.
Dude.
We'll
The
see you next.
memberships.
The membership.
Yeah, the
Gooch,
memberships.
Big
thank
Ship,
you.
Gooch,
Gooch.
Whitey, White Bear.
Fucking
You're all
douche.
beautiful, sexy people.
And yourself.
I'll kiss you all if I soon.
Yeah. Now get me an onion bagel.
Some of you in Vegas, you're gonna get. Yeah, fucking asshole. All right, we're out, people.
That's like
Love
the
you.
that's like the
Oh,
Irish
wait.
Steinbach thing.
All these
Bye.
people's, all their information's in the description. Please sub to all their channels. You
Cheers.
probably are already. Bye. Love you. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.